I'm going to go take some photo shots on Elephant Rock that look like Christians.
I don't know, bro.
You'll get down below, right? Give me a good angle.
Sure.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
I'll bring a sweet potato and pack that thing.
An eggplant.
Whatever. I'm not going to go there just unprepared.
Take a rock star cam.
Welcome back to the next aid station. I'm your host, Jake Kilgore. Man on my left, as always, Mick Garrison.
Guy in the middle.
Guy on the middle today. Far left, Christian Allen.
Yo, what's good?
Bro, I can't even start the podcast without making adjustments because I feel very inferior up top today.
Well, you got a cap on. No one will even know.
Are we going Speedos?
Here you go. I got Mix. Make sure you fit in there, buddy.
Down here?
Yes. Put that down there. I feel like this is going to be a better look for me today.
Dude, now we're rocking it.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, you look amazing.
What do you think? You feel at home?
Dude, I think you're rocking on front, maybe. Try it in the front a little bit. Let's see.
Yeah, dude. Check that out,
Bam.
bro. You can rock the front.
Is it supposed to be in the front or the back?
Back, dude. The back. Just curl in the back. Yeah, dude. Look at that. How about now? Welcome back to the next aid station. I'm your host, Jake Kilgore. Mullet. Mick on the left.
Hang on, take the hat off. I think you roll no hat.
I think I gotta go hat, dude. Look at this.
It doesn't match. Yeah, that's... You are not wearing a hat. It's amazing.
No hat today. Welcome back to the next aid station. I'm your host, Jake Kilgore. Man on my far left, Christian Allen.
Yeah, what's good, baby?
Oh
Good to
my
be on.
gosh, dude. Look how amazing that is. Bro, someone out in our hall literally just asked me, bro, is that dude's hair real? I was like, is it real? It's amazing.
That's the secret sauce.
That is the sauce, dude.
Well, it's good. It's good in still getting compliments. I had to chop a little bit off the back, so
Oh.
it's always a little rough when you chop a little and then it grows back.
Dude, I totally know what you're saying.
I know. Like,
I get
did
it.
you trim yours recently?
Yeah, I just gave it a little trim up here because I couldn't see the trail.
Yeah.
You know, I see you'd keep it out of the way, but dude, Mick and I were discussing in the last couple pods. Oddly enough, your name got brought up. You probably listened to him.
Yeah.
But when you announced your sponsorship with Nike, that photo shoot
Yeah.
was unreal.
Oh,
Scott, you got that handy?
Dylan Harris is the man, dude. Shout out to him. We've been homies for a little while. Took my first Europe trip out there. He was the photographer for the trail team.
Okay.
Hit him up. He just did me a solid, man, and like took some photos out at Broken Arrow, and yeah, he's the dog.
You on that rock,
I mean,
just glorious.
I mean, those are important points, but let's get to the real point.
Let's go ahead and give it a scroll. Besides the veins in the legs, look at that.
Oh,
Right?
I've seen that one.
Give me that.
Wait, hang on a second. Can I get a zoom in on that? Bro, holy Jim Walmsley.
That is unreal.
Nope.
Not
Wrong.
the shoes, not the calves.
Not the Look at those quads.
Look at this guy,
Hang on.
dude.
You didn't even...
Yeah, go back, Scott. Give him a little zoom in.
Well, I watched Dodgeball. I took little pointers from my guy on there. Got the little pump up right before. So, yeah, dude. I didn't want to leak the secret, but you guys are putting me on the spot.
Oh, the secret, dude. That's amazing.
That's like pretty much the reason you're here.
Yes.
Perfect.
In all seriousness.
Guess I should have wore the half tights today.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I get the memo.
yeah, dude. Go half tights, man. So, I feel like I'm sponsored by Nike. The craziest thing about my sponsorship is I paid full price for everything. It's weird. I don't know when. Did they send me a code?
You're supporting me, then. You're just like
Yeah.
feeding it.
I didn't know if they're gonna send me a code or what.
Yeah. Same.
Same.
Well, Nike Trail's abolished now, pretty much. I don't know if you know. It's kind of the big word on the block.
It's like gone.
Yeah, like we're ACG officially now. Like kind of UTMB week was like our release, and kind of merged the two to put resources and efforts together. And so now we're ACG racing department is what I'll be racing in the whole rest of my career, I guess.
So this is a vintage shirt.
Yeah, dude, that probably will sell for big bucks now.
So I should hold on to it.
Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna get your ROI on that, I think. Give it a couple of years and you'll be able to sell it for at least double what you paid.
Dude, I got 4 of them. I got 2 white. I got a navy blue. I got black.
Hold on to them.
I'll hold on to them. I'll put them in my bin with all my race
Yeah,
shirts.
don't give them to your kids again. They'll disappear to DI like we were talking about.
They'll just freaking dump them, dude. That's not cool. So, bro, you just got back from UTMB. You were at Chamonix for like a week.
Yeah.
Just enjoying the vibes and just training?
Yeah, man. Just getting some good solid training in. Was thinking about maybe doing ETC, but I was out there getting ready for Worlds. There's so many good like VKs out there. So hit a few uphill sessions and just got some good vert in. I really haven't had a big like verty week. Kind of was coming back from injury early in the summer, so it was just nice to get some good solid mileage and climbing in. But
what is a big verty week for a guy like you?
I guess it wasn't anything crazy, but I got like 23,000 feet in, a little over 100 miles. I do 6-day training, so in 6 days I feel like it was pretty good. But yeah.
I mean, that you got over 100?
Yeah, I got like 101, 102, 101. So I think 23,000, almost like what? Is that like 4,000 a day? So nothing like crazy, but it was just fun getting out there and yeah.
To me, that's crazy.
I mean, that's a lot of feet, but I don't really. If you're in Chamonix, wouldn't that be in meters? That's crazy. How many meters were you running?
Yeah, we'll have to come back to that. I'm gonna have to do a little math here.
Kilometers. Let's say you did over 100, so 170 kilometers of running, and
Now I get it.
and what 10,000 kilometers, 10,000 meters of climbing.
Yeah, we got to speak to the public here. All the listeners probably don't.
Feels better to me.
I feel like that's wrong. 10,000.
10,000 doesn't sound.
Wouldn't that be
enough.
30,000?
I don't know.
Close to.
I go off.
Yeah,
I go off
freedom.
millimeters because it seems a little better when you say. Yeah,
I didn't know.
100 going on 120,000 millimeters of vert.
How many inches, Christian?
Like,
Oh boy.
how many inches did you run? Like 7, 8, 6, 7.
7,000.
Bro, okay, 7,300 meters. That's not bad. That's about the Wasatch 100.
Yeah, it's little over.
The Wasatch 170K coming up this weekend with 7,300 meters. That's going to be a
70K.
I think you're kind of a little short.
170K,
Yeah, there you go.
170 kilometers. Jeez, the Wasatch 100. Bro, did you know that the Wasatch 100? We're gonna preview it. We'll get to it, but we got a whole recap of OCC, CCC, and UTMB. But while it's not fresh on my mind, I feel like I'm just getting
No.
tons of
Volume. That's perfect.
spiritual insight with this kind of dome. Like I'm just getting.
You are a god goose.
Silly goose. You're God's silliest.
You're God's silly goose. Somebody called us that last week. I love it.
Did you know the Wasatch 100 marked I can't say all of their course because I clearly didn't run all of their course in the last 2 weeks. They've had signage up on their course for 2 weeks.
I heard they don't take it down. It's like Christmas lights.
Oh, so
Leave it up from last year.
it's been up for 51 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It's been up since
That's crazy.
10 days ago Sunday.
Why would they do that?
You know the very first turn. So the race starts where DC Peak starts. East Mountain Wilderness Park, Kaysville, Utah.
Can I just pause you there?
You're so proud of me, huh?
Now it's gone. It took you all the way up until they renamed the park to get it. He couldn't name the start of our race.
I couldn't say that. East Mountain Wilderness Park. It's kind of the,
Oh, we got to
Sounds
update
way
that.
better.
It's just Wilderness Park now.
that's Wasatch, bro.
They also need to update that.
Anyway, it starts where our race starts. It's funny they copied us. But anyway, our race also starts there. And the very first turn, you run for quarter mile, and then you take a turn up the trail, a right turn up the trail. There has been a sign there for 10 days, Wasatch 100 with arrows on the Vita course.
I think that because of their name, people are more likely to leave it alone. Dangerous game. That's dangerous on their part.
You're letting it out there, and all high schoolers are gonna go pull out all the markings.
It's weird. We left our markers up one year, like what felt like a few extra hours. Then everyone was hitting us up. Take your markers down. How come your stuff's up? All this.
Ours was like older, retired HOA guy walking around like trail police.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
That's good to see Wasatch on their game, just marking ahead of time,
Heck yeah.
making sure the signs are all there.
Yeah, whenever we do races at like my running store, it's always like the night before because I just worry about people like taking your cones or signs or whatever. So I'm surprised their stuff stuck around.
The sign was crooked. It was up a week ago when I ran there, and then today I ran there again.
Yeah.
It had like fallen off half the stake, so it's like Wasatch turn here, and it's like pointing to the ground.
Dude, you got lost in Wasatch. In your own backyard.
I did?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Past sessions when you're supposed to hang a left to go up past what's that amazing?
Oh, right when I left the trailhead?
Yeah.
Oh. Did I get lost? Or I just...
everybody was missing the turn. The course markings were gone. You don't
Yeah.
recall that?
No. First year I did Wasatch?
What's that the nut or whatever it's called?
I don't know if it's called the nut.
Something back there.
I don't know.
Okay, anyway.
Whatever. Okay, this weekend, I watched Cam Hanes' movie
Yeah.
on the Coca-Dona 250, Broken. It's called Broken, The Road to Coca-Dona. You guys seen it yet?
I have not yet.
He just dropped it like 48 hours ago. Probably has 1 million views already. I watched it, and it just reminded me, like, why am I signing up for that race? I'm in the Coca-Dona 250 this coming Cinco de Mayo. The upcoming Cinco de Mayo. And I watched him. Bro, it shows him going through that whole section where I paced L in the rain, in the mud cow pasture, and he steps on a cactus and it like pokes his foot and he just gets all pissed off. He looks very angry the whole time.
He told us he was.
He was, dude. If you watch that, he just looks pissed. And then, so I messaged him and he's like, yeah, it reminds me, like, next time I'm going to go sign up for a 200, like, I'm going to go watch that and just remind myself, like, how freaking hard it is.
Yeah, you could always just fast for 3 days and take hallucinogenics. You don't have to run 250.
That actually sounds better.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Where do I sign up? Is there a race for that?
I think you just do it recreationally.
I have done the 3-day fast and the hallucinogens. That's a hard word. Never done it at the same time, nor have I run a 200 miler.
Just wrap it
I'm
all.
wrong with
Are you
you.
going to do both?
Hell yeah.
No nutrition and hallucinogenics?
What are we taking?
I don't even know. It's a big word I know, and so I thought
Smash that word. I can't even say that.
Hallucinogenics? Isn't that
Hallucinogenics.
a song?
That's the name of our band. Look at the three of us.
Well, we're definitely on it, dude.
Scott, you can be in it too. Sorry, buddy. Your hair's just not quite on point, but we'll get you there. I'm a hat guy. Nah,
Hat guy.
no place for hat on this podcast.
No. Bro, I saw the reel you put out
Yeah.
either today or yesterday on your USA gear.
Yeah.
Was that today?
Just did it this morning, yeah.
Okay, I saw that. And he got all this USA gear for
Yeah, cool.
for Worlds. It's in like 4 weeks. He's doing a giveaway.
Not for that gear, but I like
old
in the
gear.
previous ones, I made a couple teams and they just kept sending the same stuff. And I was like, oh, they'll probably send new stuff. And they didn't. And I was like, well, I already have like a couple of these. I don't need it. So yeah, so I'm just giving a giveaway of it.
Tell us about the giveaway, and then I want to mention. I want you to talk about the visor that you wore. Show that while he's pulling up. Scott, pull it up for me.
You're trying to bring visors back, man. It's OG.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I wasn't, but I am now. See?
Heck yeah. See, with that little flow in the back,
I was-
you look good in the visor, man.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
I was a little embarrassed of my visor,
Yeah.
but I'm just putting it out there. I'm getting some support.
Yeah. I mean, you need a little sunscreen up there, but you'd probably be good with the visor.
Yeah.
Well,
bro.
Look at that hair.
Look at that visor,
Look
dude.
at that. What in the hair? Look at that.
I will say,
Hair,
dude, Nike, their visors, they have this big bump up on the front and just pushes the hair out real big.
Oh, it is so good.
But
They designed that for you.
yeah, man, it goes with the flow. So got a bunch of just extra swag, parkas, bags, gear, you name it. All this stuff I don't need. I ended up giving it because I made, I think, 3 teams of that same gear. So I gave away some to my old teammates at BYU. And I was like, well, I'll just keep all this. And, I have a hard time doing content. And so easy content's giveaways. So it's kind of the hack of content. And I was like, well, I'll just keep this and do a little giveaway eventually. So
That's interesting with runners. You could be a badass runner,
yeah,
but if you're not into the social media,
dude.
it makes it harder for sponsorship. We've seen that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I didn't realize it until I went through my whole signing just stuff. And so I've tried to just kind of organically build it. The only problem is when I'm not racing, I don't have content. That's where I get all my content from because I'm just kind of lazy. So every time I race, I get a bunch of stuff and I'll post, and then there'll be a drought for maybe a month or 2. And I was like, well, I got to do some race or something, I guess. So, but yeah, it was good. Just be able to do a little giveaway to someone. Only problem is, I guess it's a little size specific, but yeah.
So
That's cool though. That's a good giveaway.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Good. Now, is that all? It's all Nike stuff.
Yeah,
Nike sent it, or is it from
from the world's U.S. teams that I've made in the past. Yeah,
and where they were also Nike sponsored teams?
Yeah, since Nike sponsors Team USA, yeah, it's all sponsored. I mean, Nike branded or whatever. So
And Nike this year as well.
yeah, I think going forward, eventually, at least for the World Trail teams, they'll start ACG logoing it. But yeah, since the gear we got was from the Olympic cycle, they've already have it printed and whatnot. It was just, Nike branded. But I think going forward, what they'll do, the rumor I've heard is any track or road championships that you get USA gear, it'll be Nike branded. But anything trail related that you make a trail team for USA's or maybe those other countries that are sponsored by Nike, it'll be ACG logoed. But I don't know for sure. I guess we'll just have to
Because they're
wait.
making that brand switch for trail.
Yeah. So, it's all in the fold of Nike. It's kind of like the Jordan of, it's under the fold of Nike. So they're trying to really get the brand awareness of ACG and stuff like that.
What did they tell you in that rollout? The strategy behind that, or the why, or did they kind of give insight into that? That's actually really interesting to me.
Yeah, when we met with them in February, where they kind of we had our gig down at headquarters for the trail kind of summit or whatever you'd call it. They just kind of threw out the idea. They're like, hey, we're thinking about blending Nike Trail and ACG. And essentially ACG's been around for a while, I think since the 1990s or so, or maybe even a little earlier.
Bro, I remember wearing a pair of ACG, all conditions gear shoes.
That's what my dad says. He remembers rocking some stuff in high school or whatever.
Yep.
So
Yep. How old's your dad?
He was born in 1970.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little older than us, but
yeah.
okay.
So, but he remembers rocking stuff like that, and so I think they had a decent presence maybe in the late 90s or whatever, but then they kind of stepped away from it a little bit, and it kind of has just become more of an outdoor apparel brand, more I don't not really sporty wear stuff, just casual kind of wear, But they've had this ACG brand that has had some athletic apparel and whatnot, and then they've had this Nike Trail, and they're just kind of two almost competing brands within a company, So they're hey, let's fold resources and just concepts and minds and people working on both sides of that and put them together and see what we can do. And so it'll be really cool. I think going forward, we're going to have a lot more resources and just support and help from Nike as a whole, because now we're blending Nike Trail and ACG together. We're having more minds and eyes and concepts and ideas working together. As you saw, Caleb rocking the cheese grater shirt, we call it the radical airflow. So there's been a lot of stuff coming out of the woodworks, and Granted, like it's gonna take probably a year for us to kind of like go through that full rebrand or like consolidation. Like I think if you went to ACG right now, they really don't have any high pinnacle performance gear, but supposedly at the top of the pinnacle of ACG is going to be trail running. So they're really going to like have that at the pinnacle of their brand, making like the high performance running, trail running kind of apparel and gear. And then under that branch will also be like hiking, backpacking, kind of just more outdoorsy stuff. So they're really trying to like make it a legitimate brand that people look to when going outdoors, from trail running just to your casual camper, hiker, stuff like that. So
they have more resources. They might be able to meet our demands as next aid station. We have pretty high expectations, demands for our sponsors, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We were talking to them before about doing something, but it didn't pan out.
Well, now that I'm on, maybe they'll reach back out, you know.
Now that they got their crap together, they weren't, you know, Nike Trail, ACG. We don't know what we are. We're just Nike. We're like, look, we're the next aid station. I'm sure you know who we are. You've heard of us.
I think we were wearing hats in our Zoom call with them. Huge mistake.
Yeah, I could have shown this flow off.
We're just like, you need that? Oh, definitely. Let's do this.
I'm going to go take some photo shots on Elephant Rock that look like Christians.
I don't know, bro.
You'll get down below, right? Give me a good angle.
Sure.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
I'll bring a sweet potato and pack that thing.
An eggplant.
Whatever. I'm not going to go there just unprepared.
Take a Rockstar cam.
Go.
The purple one.
I'm going to stuff him with a purple grape Rockstar. That'd be perfect. Well, that's interesting, dude. That's cool. I'm excited to see what Nike does in the space.
Yeah.
This weekend was like a wild conversation around all the brands. Obviously, it's the biggest, well, I guess it is the biggest Hoka event, but like ASICS taking the show, you know, going 1-2 in UTMB, but Drew Holmen, unbelievable performance. I think he was wearing a cheese grater shirt.
Yeah, man. He threw one. I don't know if he started with it, but he at least had it on towards the end of the race. So
Yeah.
seems kind of a more go-to for, I've considered it maybe for a 50K if it's a longer one. It's a little heavier clothing, you know, that's got a little more weight to it. And the reason why is it helps with more of that swishing effect to get the airflow throughout there. But definitely if you're running 100K, 100 mile when you're out there a lot, it really helps with like heat mitigation and that cooling effect. So
It has the cool, like, because it was freezing cold there.
yeah.
So you would still wear it in something like that?
I guess in Drew's race, though, it really was like it didn't rain until the end. Like it only started pouring at like the end of OCC / the start of UTMB. So
they're really designed for heat.
yeah.
Okay, that's
So
what I thought.
the they call it radical airflow, and the way it does is it kind of swishes off your body and it allows more circulation throughout it. It's kind of where we did a bunch of heat testing on it, but yeah, if you wear it, you can really notice like a considerable amount difference and just like heat mitigation because of the airflow. So
Javelina. I'll
Yeah.
be out there a lot longer than they would be.
2 days on Javelina. They haven't released that to the public though, right?
no, they did a bunch of prototyping for people. I think a lot of stuff will get released, I'm assuming, by January of next year. So like I could be wrong, but I think maybe the Ultrafly 2. We did like some just group runs and activations there where people could run in the Ultrafly 2 along with the Radical Airflow shirts and stuff like that. But I think a lot of it will probably officially kind of drop in the new year. So
Next season.
Next
Girl,
season.
Where in the hell did you get that wig?
What are you talking about? I've been growing this out since Christian and I started chatting a few weeks ago.
So on point. I can't even take you
Does
serious.
the color roll with my beard?
Yeah, it does.
It's a little silver.
we need a little ferments in there, man. You didn't comb in the gray.
I gotta comb the gray in. You think no hat, huh?
Yes.
Just rolling like
You're
this
not wearing a hat.
all show.
Oh,
Scott's dying over there.
if you're not on YouTube, oh my! I just went to adjust my hat. That's not there. If you're not on YouTube, that's a mistake today.
Got to be on YouTube, man. That's where all the content is. That's where people are going for content these days.
I'm saying to listen to this podcast, bro.
To watch this
Yeah.
podcast. All right, number 2 on my list this weekend, the Sydney, Australia Marathon. Ulid Kipchoge runs a 2:08:31.
Whoa.
Very, very fast.
Oh, yeah.
But I was most impressed by the fact that only got him 9th.
Whoa.
He runs a 2:08:31 and takes 9th?
I was
40 years old.
damn. That was the winner. Had to have all been within
2:06.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy fast.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the new Sydney course, but I know, like, obviously down there it can be a little hotter, more humid and whatnot. I do think they tried to probably get a pretty decent field in, having it be their first big race, being a part of the majors, you know? But
Is it officially a major now?
I think that was the first year, like, just barely, this is their first race being a major.
So it's New York, Chicago, Boston, London,
Tokyo?
Tokyo, and now they added this one.
Yeah, and I heard
all of them.
a rumor that they might, I mean, it's been a little while since I've, like, looked into it, but that they might be even adding one more in China. So I don't know if that's officially gone through yet or is in the making in, like, a year or two down the road.
A Chinese marathon major. Does it have like 1 million runners?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, there's no shortage of humans over there
Yeah,
I
it would
think
be a
they'd
big
find
race.
you to run their race.
They got a few.
I wonder how many people run over there, though. I guess that's probably the real question.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to put it in Africa. That's where it should be.
Yeah, I think they've been trying to, like, get a few more in different continents, but yeah, I think, I don't know what all goes into it exactly, but I would assume trying to find a place in Africa where, like, it can facilitate, like, big crowds like that. I mean, I guess I don't even know if they have any real prestigious marathons in
I mean,
Africa
like
right
South
now.
Africa, though, you have that. Oh, I'm blanking the name of it. That's like 100K on the road. It's road and mountain.
You're talking the UCTC?
The one that Sage Candy has done it a number of times.
Oh, I don't.
Is this
I don't-
50 miler?
It's a 50 miler.
Yeah.
50 miler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
thought it was
love it.
50 miler to 100K. It's a huge race though.
Okay.
Huge race in South Africa where
But they don't really have any, like, big prestigious marathons in Africa that I know of, right?
no, I don't think so.
Because I know, like, right now,
Comrades.
I think Beijing is already a pretty prestigious marathon in itself. It's not a major, so they might
Mhm.
maybe piggyback off that one and make it a major. But yeah, I don't know.
Carry it in. Did you start after college? Did you go road marathons at all, or you just?
Yeah, I've done a few. I'm actually signed up for the U.S. Marathon Champs in December at CIM, so I'll start there, and then the plans to do Boston in April. So
Wait, it's CIM.
yeah, California International Marathon is what it's called.
What were you gonna say, Scott?
I was going to say, your marathon PR is pretty close to that 2:08, right?
It's a little off. I ran 2:10:30, too, so like 2 minutes behind. But yeah, my goal this year, or like I guess my next block is like, I think, I mean, that's a blazing fast time, but I think the books have been kind of rewritten, and so I think I should be able to get down to 2:07, 2:08 is my goal. Easier said than done, you know, but like everyone and their dog seems to be able to pop out like 2:08s, 2:09s nowadays.
Everyone.
Well-
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone's sub 10 these days, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering. You're like 2:08, not blazing fast.
yeah,
And,
I mean,
and I'm like,
for him, you know, of his caliber, granted, like, he has been probably, like, he's getting a little older and he's probably a little bit past his prime, but
Mhm.
I don't know the conditions. I didn't look too much into the race, but I assume it was probably a little hot, a little warm, a little humid, and I don't even know exactly how fast of a course Sydney is. I don't know the elevation gain. I really don't know too much about it, but it looks like the winning time wasn't, like, crazy fast for a major. So, I assume, like, it's probably not the fastest of courses, but
Yeah. Are you living in Orem, Utah? Are you training with Connor Mance and?
I actually, like,
That's
worked
good.
out with him this morning. I mean, I don't know how much I worked out together with him, but yeah, I was there. Clayton was there. Connor, Casey, and Creed, they just ran New Haven this last week. Connor actually set the new 20K American record. I don't know if you saw that on Saturday.
Dope, dude.
Yeah, so he actually set the 20K record when he ran his half marathon in Houston, but he beat it by like 6 or 7 seconds. and a 20K is like 12.5 or 6 miles, so almost a half marathon.
Okay.
And he ran it at like 4:32 pace or something. So
Connor Mance.
yeah, he won the race, set the course record, got the American 20K record.
Is Connor Mance the greatest marathoner, U.S. marathoner ever?
That's always hard, you know, with like the innovation of shoes and stuff. I do think shoes get overhyped a little more than people say. Like, I'm not saying they don't have any clout to them, but like what I've learned is everyone performs in shoes differently. So like if people say like, oh, I'd for sure be like X amount faster, like it's not really a given. Like I even know some people nowadays that haven't beat their marathon PR since they've had super shoes, and they're like, I just like felt like I performed better in like the shoes. So it really comes down to like running economy and efficiency and like the way you perform in a shoe. But there's definitely some people that are like super performers. Like you get like 3-4%. And then I would say like the average person maybe increases their performance, especially if you're on the high end already, like maybe just 1% or so. But like 1% better, I think if you ran like a 2:12, like 1% better would be like a 2:10 something. Like it's almost like 2 minutes or a minute and a half.
1% is massive.
Yeah, in a marathon, you know? So granted, like the more elite you get, like if you were already like a 2:08 guy in pre-super shoes, like 1%, like it doesn't get as big of a time, but it's still probably like a minute 12 or somewhere in there. Like it's enough to make you a 2:07, 2:06 guy, you know?
Well, I mean, even in that Sydney Marathon example, I think first place was 2:06 and a half, 2:06 and change. So
Yeah.
1% is called a minute and a half, but that's the difference between ninth and the podium.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's crazy. Like everyone's very individualized on it. So, but like it'd be interesting. I would pay so much money to see like Ryan Hall and Connor Mance duke it out, you know, if we could see that. But obviously it's just a hypothetical. We'll never know. But to see the times that Ryan Hall ran, like, and the shoes he ran back then, you know, it's like pretty absurd. So I definitely think Mance will give I think once we look back at the end of his career, like, I definitely think he'll give a run for like maybe the best U.S. marathoner ever that we've had. And I'm super stoked to see what he runs in Chicago. Like he's gunning for the American record in Chicago. So, yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Let's go, Connor.
What's that?
September?
This month, right?
No, sorry, it might be in October. I
Okay.
think Chicago's October and then New York's November. Yeah. World Champs is in September. So I'm pretty sure Chicago Marathon's in October.
So cool. Were you at BYU with Connor and Clayton?
I wasn't when they were there. Connor had just went pro by the time I transferred down there. He still had a little bit of eligibility, so I think we could have overlapped. And then Clayton's a little older than people think. I think Clayton's 33 and Connor's 28. So Connor and Clayton even just overlapped a little bit. But
And
Clayton,
you're how old?
I'm 27. Yeah, so I'm 1 year behind Mance.
Okay.
And then Clayton, he might have gone pro by the time I even started college after I got back from my mission or something. I don't
And
know.
Ed Eyestone has been coaching there how long now? Do you know?
A long time. Yeah.
10 plus years.
I think 20 plus maybe.
For real, that long?
Yeah, I could be wrong. He actually started at Weber for a little while.
Yeah.
And then went up there, but I think he's been there since right after 2000 something. I think it's been probably about 20 years.
Here's my Ed Eyestone story for you.
Yeah.
So I grew up directly next door. My best friend growing up was Jimmy Marsh.
Okay.
Directly next door to me. We were best friends all of elementary, junior high school. His dad's Henry Marsh,
Yeah.
who BYU 4-time Olympian. So he ran. I had no idea he was this. I knew he was an Olympian.
Yeah.
And I knew he ran, but I didn't know how great he was as a kid, right? Me and Jimmy, we were 8 years old when he ran his 4th Olympics at Seoul in 1988. So we didn't know.
Yeah.
But Ed ran with him
Yeah.
at BYU, and they were Olympians together in 88, and then Ed ran again in 92.
Yeah.
Ed ran the marathon, and Henry ran the 3,000-meter steeplechase.
Yeah.
Set the American record and all this stuff. Well, as a kid, it's funny, Nike today with you here, but he was sponsored by Nike.
Yeah.
And bro, being sponsored by Nike in the 90s, I was like, my best friend always had the dopest Jordan gear. He played tennis too, so he always had like the dopest Andre Agassi, newest
A little bit of everything, man.
and shoes. And Agassi looked a lot like you, actually, now come to think of it.
Yeah.
It's the
Mike-
90s era, man.
Dude, 90s Nike was popping. That was, I mean, Michael Jordan and Andre that was Agassi. That was such a weird thing to think back almost 40 years ago. I'm like, dude,
Oh, yeah.
my next door neighbor was an Olympian. And it's just weird. It's like, that's crazy.
And now you have like the most famous podcast in the world of
Yeah.
running.
And now we're like turning down Nike contracts at the Nike station. You know, it's weird. It's weird. Come full circle, you know? So, how about this Cooper Lukenhaus guy? Lukenhaus. He just signed a Nike contract at the age of 16. Mick, you remember this kid?
Yeah.
The 16-year-old kid who set the 800-meter records and qualified for the U.S. team, blah, blah, blah. That dude, 16 years old, running that kind of 800, signed with Nike.
What a dog, man. He ran fast. Yeah. I heard it's a little, I don't know if unfortunate's the right word, but like in the state of Texas, you can't sign an NIL if you're in high school. So he was pretty much left with like the only option was like GoPro. Because I think like he was already running so well as a high schooler. Like ideally, if you could do some NIL, get paid really well by Nike, stay in school, enjoy that fun, like carefree kind of environment of high school running. And then once he gets to college, decide whether to go pro or not. Because I think he's going into his junior year, maybe his senior year. I could be wrong, but like he still has a little while left, you know. But since you can't have any NIL in the state of Texas, it's like kind of go pro or like don't cash in on this crazy time. But I've heard the big reason why they don't do that is because of like, you know, football's such a big thing in the state of Texas. So you'd have people like monopolizing like high school football. Like, you know, there'd be people buying players and whatnot. But
That's happening at a
I'm sure it's still happening under the
level.
table, like still for like for high school sports. Yeah.
It's crazy there. I mean, he could just move and come here.
Yeah. Apparently his parents have pretty good jobs, like as like superintendents or like of like some schools down there. But it's kind of a bummer that you can't have like just maybe like a contract with a brand, like a shoe brand or something. Like you couldn't just have a contract and still be running in high school or something. So, because now I think he'll still be going to high school, but he'll forego being able to like run with his team and whatnot because now that he's pro. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I look back on my time, like, sure, I wasn't like running anything crazy like he was in high school, but like those were some of the funnest times, you know, just like screwing around and like, I don't know, running to like a freaking jungle gym or something in the middle of practice and not actually running like Coach said, or you know what is
you turn the corner, you just dip the workout.
Yeah, you're running to your friend's house or whatever. But I don't know, it was very carefree and fun, and I feel like that's where like my love of running kind of started. But I'm sure he's like set for life. He probably got a crazy good contract.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And
You ran track and cross country high school in Utah?
yeah, I kind of started a little later, but I was out in West Jordan at Copper Hills. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And then you went from there to Weber.
Yep. Went to Weber for 4 years.
Ran with our dog, Corbin Talley. Shout out, Corbin.
Yeah.
Why did you pick Weber?
Long story short, I think it just kind of fell into my plate. Like I think probably God was just directing me. I ended up getting some injuries and like I had some IT band issues, and I got mono my senior year and just like had really 2 awful years. I started off really well, like at least I thought it was good. Like as a sophomore, I was running like 4:23 at altitude in the mile, like pretty super spikes, if whatever. But like, and so things were going really well. And then my last 2 years, I just kind of like had some misfortunate things happen, and just like kind of struggled with some injuries and other stuff. And then a lot of the like colleges I was talking to kind of fizzled out, and Weber State I just felt good about, and it was like the best thing that's ever happened to me. I met my wife there, and Corbin Talley's like the dog, and
Bro, you went to Weber State because Corbin Talley can spot talent. Dude. Yeah, and Corbin Talley wins everywhere he goes.
Dude, he's the man. He actually became the coach a year into my religious mission. So he wasn't even there before I had signed. But I got signed by Isaac Wood. He's a really cool guy. I don't know if you heard of him. He's bounced around a few colleges, and now he's out in California, just took a coaching job out there. He was like the head coach at Slick, but super cool guy, like very personable. He knows his stuff. Like man's like an encyclopedia with like recruiting. He knows people's times like down to a T. But Isaac was really cool, recruited me, and then he left actually to BYU when I was on my mission. Then Tally got the job there, and I was like, actually, all your friends like I met on the mission were going to BYU. I was like, dude, F this, I got to get out of here. Like I got to go to pro or something, But man, it was the greatest thing that happened to me. I'm glad I stuck around Weber, and I like Ogden kind of like gets like crapped on, but like once you live there, it's like better than everyone says, and I like loved it. Super like cool outdoors access, and like I loved it. It was great.
Well, dude, you're right there on the trailhead.
Yeah.
You're right. That campus sits on the mountain.
Mm-hmm. It might be one of the only campuses in the U.S. maybe like that you can really get like on the trails in less than a quarter mile.
Oh, dude, you're a couple minutes. You just walk out your apartment and that's your warm up.
We were
right to the trail
as an aid station.
Yeah.
For a 200 miler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Corbin has done some awesome things at Weber. I mean, he's won, state and national titles at Davis High, and then goes up to Weber, and he turns those kids into champions too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
They've set school records and stuff up there since he's been up there. He's done awesome stuff. I think he's been up there now like 10 years, maybe less.
Let's see. He got the job, I think, in 17, so coming up on 8 now or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's killing it. He's like always finding an uphill battle, especially with like NIL now. Like it's just harder to convince people to come to Weber. And even before like pre-NIL, like there's not like that much of a social life because it's kind of a commuter school, and it doesn't have the appeal of like maybe going to like Utah State or BYU or even UVU. There's a lot more social stuff going on there, and people have friends, and now even with Utah Tech or whatever, like that being D1. So it's really cool seeing what he does, and it's very organic. Like they get a lot of like local kids and some out of staters, and Tally's great. He just works his magic.
He does. He isn't able to recruit at the highest level like BYU.
Yeah.
Right down the road from them, an hour down the road, they're gonna, what Ed Eystone has done at that program over the last 10 years nationally is wild. They're winning everything, and then what Corbin is able to do with the athletes he gets is pretty fun to watch, like from a local level, even nationally if you're following, college cross country.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Pretty
the
cool.
times I came out of high school were like nothing to write home about, and then like going there and being able to like run my 2-mile PR in high school like multiple times over in a 10K or whatever, like it was great. He really developed me, and I think it was like a launch board for like my career that I'm in now. So, and that's where I really grew to love trails. So.
Weber State, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I was there with you, man. Well, okay, 20 years before you, but I was there. I was there, not running. I was there for a hot second going to college. Okay, I want to jump into UTMB, OCC, CCC review. There's a million storylines to cover.
Yeah.
We're going to go deep into these. Scott, can you pull on the screen on the right? Just go top 10. Yep. Men. How much of OCC were you able to like follow and watch while you were out there?
I watched a decent amount. Yeah, I think that was the day it was raining quite a bit, and I had to do like this group run activation that was going on during OCC, which kind of was a little bummer it was great meeting people, but
yeah,
kind of a bummer like not being able to watch that race because that's kind of my jam right now is the 50K realm. Well, trying to solve it, but that's the distance I like to do. So
yeah. Well, you ran OCC once.
Yeah, last year I ran it and blew up, and the wheels fell off. But I'm excited to come back. I'm signed up for next year. I guess I'm qualified, so excited to get back out there and give it another shot.
You just went out too hot?
Yeah, I think it's just like I was having a little bit of weird training going on. I don't think I was like super primed, to be honest, but I was also dealing with like a lot of nausea and side stitches last year. Excuse me, and I still don't think I've quite figured it out. It seems like I can really do like 3.5 hours is great. Like I can kind of get away with the nausea. I can under fuel to an extent and like not have to deal with nausea. And I know there's like all kinds of ways you can kind of troubleshoot it. And I'm trying to figure out like whether I need to work with like the osmolality or like the hydration side, getting more fluid down or mixed with the sodium, because it's kind of like carbs, like liquid, hydration, and then sodium. Like you kind of have these 3 little nozzles you're tweaking back and forth, and I think I've kind of tweaked them all at the same time. So trying a few different things. Like for a while, I just like troubleshooted it with like Zofran, like just like pregnancy, like nausea medication.
That's all we do.
Yeah, so we were talking about.
Yeah, so
Just thrown down as Zofran, right?
yeah. So it worked for a bit. Like I did that. I got some like after the end of like UTMB, I think going into Golden Trail, I like ended up getting a little Zofran and just tried. I was like, I can't figure out why I'm getting so nauseous in these races, but at least I can like kind of band-aid it up for a sec. But I'd love to kind of like figure out what's really causing it, because it's not like a, full fix, but
I would love to know that too, because in our 50 miler a couple weeks back, I did
Uh-huh.
White Pine 50. I've never had that.
Yeah.
It hit me, and I was dry heaving, like it was terrible.
yeah,
Give me the tired legs,
yeah.
whatever. Like, but if you can't eat or you can't fuel, ugh, it's terrible. I was like dying for a Zofran.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, and then what happened to me is like I started getting nauseous, and then I stopped putting down the fluid. And then, like, ironically, when you get nauseous, it typically means you're like underhydrating. You need to get down more fluid to help your body be able to absorb the carbs, because the osmolality or the concentration is different than what would be in your blood volume. So you're not able to absorb it into your muscles and stuff. But ironically, you start getting nauseous, and the last thing you want to do is like suck more gels or more water down. So then like the bonk just gets worse. And then I got to a point where I was just like, I had like no gas. I was like definitely on empty. And I don't know why. I just kept going. Like I got to a point where I like passed my wife and my kids, and they're like, "Oh, keep going." I was like, "Dude, I wanted to pull out." Right? I was like planning to pull out then, and then
like saw your
keep
tail.
going, and I was like, "Oh, I got the last climb up to La Flagere," and I was like, I like hiked, and I would like sit down, and like I'm gonna throw up, and then I'd like hike a little bit more. And everyone, the dog just starts passing, and I'm just like the slowest climb of my life. I get up to the top, and I was like, "There's no way I can do like the last 5 miles downhill. I don't care." So yeah, I
You just
dropped-
bailed on the last 5 miles.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't. I was
Yeah.
like so gassed.
What's the vert in that?
That was pretty good. It's like I mean, it's very similar to Speedgo. Like it's like just a little less. Maybe I want to say it's like 10,900 or almost like 11,000. So honestly,
4,000 meters.
yeah,
Yeah, totally.
it'll be like 3,000 something. There's always the change I forget about, but
Yeah.
um,
Well, dude, one of the hottest stories, in my opinion, that came out of OCC was Jim's post-race interview he did with Debo on Free Trail. I loved that he was critical of UTMB. If you haven't listened to that, go listen to it. But he was critical in a Jim respectful way. Great.
yeah.
But he was critical in the lack of aid station preparation.
Oh my gosh, actually, I can speak to that, because like when I raced like 2 years ago, I went out hot, like hotter than I should have. I was leading for the first 17, 18 miles, and I was just expecting like the first 50K I did was Speedgoat the year previous, and they were phenomenal. I'd come in the aid station, someone would be dousing me down, I'd pull out my bottles, someone would grab them, start filling them up. And I realized like they can't do that for everyone, but I was like in first by a bit. I had a pretty big lead. There was no one else. It was just me. And I come into like the first big aid station where I'm like, okay, I really need to like douse off, get some heat mitigation, like cool off. And I come into the aid station, and like no one's like really helping with my bottles. Like, okay, that's fine. I figure out where to fill them up. I fill them up, and then I'm like leaving. I'm like, yo, where do I cool off? Like, where's the water? Like, there's no one with sponges. And the guy like obviously doesn't speak English super well. He's like, oh, like that way. And I run out of the tent. I turn around. There's like no one there. I was like, what the freaking heck is going on? And I was just like pissed off. I was like, dude, F it. I was like, so I just start running out of there, and I'm like, it's getting really hot at that point. Like it was a really hot OCC. So I end up stopping like a mile up the road and just like getting wet in the river and trying to like cool off. And like, I just felt like there was a lack of like unpreparedness, or like, I'm just surprised like there's not, and having run Sears and all like 2 weeks before that, Sears and all does awesome. Like they got people with like sponges, and then they got a line of people with cups to hand you, and then they have your bottles if you're part of the Golden Trail World Series. Like granted, like it's self-sufficient for OCC, but like just way more organized, I felt like. And then like OCC, it's like you walk into a tent, and it's just like, oh yeah, like you can go over there if you want, or you can go over here. It's just very
Dude, he talked about 2 different aid stations where he couldn't find the water.
Oh yeah.
He couldn't find water, bro.
What?
He
I don't care how many people there are. This is the Super Bowl.
That's basically what he said. He was like, at this level, I expect more. And he was critical of him in a cool way, but it's like, if I say it, I'm just bitching and I'm just middle of the pack guy that, it's my race, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, but if Jim says it, better listen.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different
Yeah.
if Jim says it or if I say it. And Jim was like, he got passed in the aid station looking to like fill up his bottle.
Yeah.
Dude just ran, Christian Minagio just ran right through. And he was like, this white blur went by. So he's like troubleshooting this whole water thing, I want to say at 2 different aid stations. And then he just lays down the hammer with like 6K to go and passes him running the 5-minute miles at the end. Luckily, to his point, turned into like a road race.
Yeah.
And he just road raced it till the end and passed him. But like, I found it interesting that there were multiple incidences of like, where's the water? Is like there was Coke, there was so he ends up putting water in his bottle that was the gas water.
Oh gosh. Yeah, like holy water.
Is that what you did?
Yes, I did that and guy got yelled at because I dumped it out.
Yeah, but he didn't want that.
But he took off with it. That's all he had.
He's like, well, have some seltzer.
Yeah, I guess got,
Yeah.
gas water.
Well, I saw like on the live stream when watching Jolene come through, like she like was confused for a little while too or something. I think it was right before the climb at La Flagere. She like ran around and then she was like kind of like walking around and circled around and then they like directed her towards the water station. So I don't know what the confusion was, but she seemed a little confused there for a while too.
Yeah, I think they were hitting crazy fast splits at lead pack. Like I think Jim was.
They weren't set up yet?
I mean, they were set up, but it wasn't like super clear, I think, what was what. And
Yeah.
I get it. It's language barrier, thousands of runners. That's tough.
Well, Jim's like half French, bro. That's the joke.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably no language barrier for him.
That's probably very true.
It doesn't matter. This is UTMB.
Well, what I'm saying is like he probably really, knows at least some of the language to an extent, and he still was having trouble with like knowing where to go, or where to grab anything.
Oh, he knows plenty of the language. In fact, on that same podcast, he was saying how when he's over there, he loves to get his splits from his crew or from people in French. Because you don't mistake the numbers. So, for example, he was giving an example of like, you're 115 up on so and so behind you, and he heard like 150. It's like, was that 150 or 115? And they just took off. He's like, I didn't know if it was 115 or 150.
Yeah.
And he says he's done that in multiple races where like in the English language, some of those numbers are so close.
Yeah.
He prefers the splits in French.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that was one of the storylines that came out of there. But Adam Peterman like stormed back in that race to take 6th, which was really cool because he was one of the few that like double backed like Western and then did a UTMB event in Chamonix and actually performed really well after gutting out his Western performance.
Yeah, I'd have such a rough go there.
Yep.
Sounds great.
Yep. He's awesome. This Christian Jones dude that took 5th out of Great Britain is up-and-comer youngster that's supposed to be phenomenal. You raced against any of these dudes that top 10 to OCC?
I probably have. I've raced Jim in a VK.
Do you know Sam Hendry by chance?
Yeah, I know Sam. I love Sam. He's a good. So we were a part of the trail team, which is this kind of, I don't know how familiar with it, but it's like it's been around. This is a 3rd year doing it. It's kind of like a nonprofit organization that's helping like people get into trail running because in the U.S. there's really not like a development like route from like post collegiate running or post something like that getting into trails. It's just like a very kind of newer niche thing, whereas in Europe to an extent it kind of seems more organic like for people to get into trail running there just because it's like a thing from when you're young, like people just, you see little kids hiking around at like age 3 or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, me and Sam were on the team together our first year, and it was super cool. So I got to meet him, and we've raced a few times at some circ series around here because he went to the University of Utah. So
Yeah, he skied up there on the ski team or something, right?
yeah, super good ski guy.
It was really cool to see him top 10.
Yeah,
I feel like he's a local guy, but he's Canadian.
yeah.
I
Sam's
saw the
great.
Canadian flag, but I thought for sure I was going to see an American flag when people were talking about him. I'm like, oh, dope, an American. And I went to it and I was like, okay, he's Northern American.
Yeah, I mean, he spent a good time here in Utah. I think he went back up to Canada, but he still comes down here a bit. He's like getting like his MD right now, so he's in the thick of like,
Really?
yeah, he's in the thick of school.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Look at all those times. Those are tight.
Oh yeah.
OCC was just seconds between spots.
That's crazy. Like you're 20 minutes behind and you're like 30 spots down.
Oh, yeah. So you're going back for this one.
That's the plan, man. I got to hit out of the park. Got to get a good 50K in. I had my first one I ever did. I like won and it went well. I do think I got a little lucky. Like I was definitely underfueled. Like now that I've learned more about fueling, and it was a little bit of a slower speed goat year, but like, yeah, since then I've had like 2 pretty rough like 50Ks. So I would think I want to try getting in like a fast 50K, maybe like a sub 4 hour 50K, see how that goes, and then hop in like another one. But
Can you come down to Kodiak?
because that's it only has like 3,000 meters or something, or
That'd be
like
fast.
or no, sorry, not 3,000 meters. It only has like 1,000 meters of climb or something. Yeah,
Don't you think that one would be fast?
I think it'd be fast.
it
Yeah.
only has like 4,000 feet of climb.
Well, there's
or
a bunch of
something.
big names in that race already.
Yeah,
A 50K and a 100K.
I don't think I can do Kodiak this year because it's in like a month. Right?
Yeah.
It's like 2 weeks after Worlds.
Yeah, so I'll be at Golden Trail because it's usually like always right when Golden Trail World Finals is.
Where's that this year?
That's in Italy. Kind of a little north of Lake Garda.
Oh, dude, I went to Lake Garda a couple
Really?
months ago.
Yeah, it's sweet. I'm stoked.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it would be dope.
You just dropped to Lake Garda. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm familiar.
Totally.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, Ash.
Totally. Yeah. Okay. Well, over the weekend, I am so confident. I dropped some stats into ChatGPT.
Uh-huh.
I was like, based on 2024 and 2025, like average number of stones that people put in to get into UTMB. What
Is
was
it
the average number of
18?
stones and how many people got in, average number of stones, each person that got pulled.
Uh-huh.
Based on me having 18 stones, once I finish Kodiak 100, I'll have 18 stones. Chat gives me about a 70% chance of getting into UTMB.
Ooh. Okay.
So I booked our chalet.
Whoa, let's go.
We're in. We're going. Me and whoever. You want a crib?
Yeah, baby, let's do it.
Okay, man. Well, we'll have a bunk bed for you. You, me, and Mick will sleep in the queen.
And the Queen.
Do you want middle or are you kind of a side guy?
Lucky
Yeah,
Pierre.
side guy.
You want to be Lucky Pierre?
Yeah.
Uh,
Side guy.
You side guy? Okay, you want middle?
I'll
And the-
Pierre it up.
Pierre it up.
It'll be a mullet Oreo sandwich.
Yes, dude. Mullet Oreo sandwich. Yeah, so
I need to work on my wig game,
I gotta work on my French.
but I'm not running. They don't even allow pacers, do they?
No, I don't think so. There's
This is great.
2,500 runners.
I'll go. What do you do there?
Just
Just
aid.
Just eat?
Just eat and aid.
No.
Did you stay in Chamonix the whole time?
Yeah, we were like just 2.5 miles like up from like downtown Cham.
See, I'm wondering 2 or 3 miles up. Okay, so I'm wondering if it'd be smart to like go a few days early and like maybe you stay in Courmayeur or something for a few days or somewhere around the course.
The tunnel costs
Chamonix.
like it's like half your freaking retirement savings to go through the tunnel though. So if you have a rental car, I stayed in Saint-Gervais, which is down the road. It is like maybe a 20-minute drive to like Cham, but I really enjoyed it. Like it was super nice.
You don't want to stay in Cham where the party was, or is it too expensive? Probably.
So Saint-Tropez is usually a little cheaper, and there's like actual supermarket grocery stores there, and like it just has a bit more access to some other stuff. So we really enjoyed it, but like, I don't know. I mean, now that I know the course, I don't have to like. It was a little hard from where we were at, 'cause you have to keep going like farther up the road to like do some of the OCC prep course. But yeah, I mean, just whatever flows you.
Okay, bro, we're gonna be there. We're
I
gonna
mean,
be there.
Saint-Tropez, actually, if you stayed over there, you get to see part of like, because they leave Sham and they head over towards that direction, and that's part of like the first, maybe you're like 10 miles in by the time you hit Saint-Tropez. You get to do a lot of the UTMB course over there, which is kind of nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe we'll do something like that.
Huh.
Get a few training runs in. I don't even know what that would even be like, showing up a week early and being like, I'm gonna go on a training run. You're gone for 3 hours and do 3 miles, come back.
Maybe you just don't book a place. You just go in the little chalets or the like, what do they call them? Like the hostels up there.
The hostel.
Yeah, because you just like, I mean, that's what all the people do out there hiking, you know? You just like hit one, start on the course, go up 20 miles, hit the next one, sleep the night.
Bro, we could go a week early and we could fast pack it. That'd be my last week of training. We just fast pack it.
There we go.
You want
4
to do
days.
that before your race?
You could drop a
Why
bunch of
not?
rock stars along the way, stash them for when you need them in the middle of the race.
Well, see? Now,
Great.
my God.
It's awesome for me. Sounds terrible for you.
Yeah, we'll see. I could have a very big year next year if the lotteries fall my way. I might have a very, very busy year,
There you go.
starting with Coca-Dona 250 and ending with UTMB.
Oh, yeah.
That,
Mixing some Western, little hard rock action.
oh my gosh, yeah, that could be a summer.
What about Badwater? You hop on that too?
Do
I have not submitted for Badwater. I have submitted for Barkley though,
Okay.
so I think I want to submit again this fall.
Really?
I would like to submit again. I'm going to keep submitting as long as I get the inside information
would you
out
finish?
where and when to submit. You know, I would do all 5.
That's the right answer. Otherwise, don't even try. Don't even go.
I'm not going for the fun run, bro. I'm going to do all 5 laps.
I couldn't do the fun run. Could you?
And Barkley sounds a little out of
3
my
laps?
realm for now. I'll consider it later in life.
That doesn't flow with your
That's a great one.
hour 50K.
Exactly. Because it's not a 4-hour 50K.
I'm getting nauseous at 5 hours, let alone, 25 hours or whatever.
A 12-hour lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We've got up here men's CCC.
Let's go.
See, bro, is Francesco Puppi the best runner in the world right now? The best trail runner in the world?
He has been hot, man. He's been killing it.
I think he hands down would be the favorite if he truly accepts the Western States ticket and runs Western this next year.
Did you accept the ticket?
He accepted. So I heard Puppi, Sinclair, and Drew Holmen all accepted the ticket. Now they can change their mind because it's 9 months out.
Yeah.
But my very early pick to win Western is Francesco Puppi. I heard he wants that to be his first 100-miler.
That's sweet.
Tell me there's not a better race that fits that dude's style of running.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed at CCC we didn't have like a healthy Hayden Hawks after he won the last 2. It would have been fun to see Hayden and Francesco go at it.
Why do you think that's his terrain?
He's so fast. Like his stride and just the way that I saw him run. I've never seen him in person, obviously, but when I see him run and I see Jim run, and I'm like, that's why Jim won OCC, is it became this road race at the end. And it was fast at everything, but you do have a skill set that fits you.
I thought his was climbing.
Francesco?
Yeah.
He can do everything.
Yeah, at that level, you have to be able to do it all. But
He can do everything. But I would be so freaking pumped to see him come over to Western.
Yeah, I know he's been like very, there's been a lot of hype for him to jump to 100-mile, and he was like, yo, I want to make sure I like build up to it organically or just like, very cautious. So he did 100K, leading up into this, then he ran this 100K. So I think it's definitely something on his radar in the next year or 2.
Well, in his time, when you look at 100K at UTMB, when your time is 10 hours, you're another 4 hours to run Western.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah, and just
So it's not a massive jump. Like 4 hours is 4 hours. It's still, but it's not like 100K for me going to 100-miler is like 16 hours,
yeah,
12 hours. That's a big jump.
yeah.
But if it's the right athlete, when you're comparing those distances, I'm comparing time. I'm like, okay, 10 hours, 14 hours, that's a doable jump.
Yeah.
So, but David Sinclair, I believe, is running it. Drew Holmen has top 10 before Western, and I think he might be going back.
I saw a picture of him on Instagram with the golden ticket at the airport, like going through security with the golden ticket. So I'm pretty sure he's in for Western.
Bro, so you're going to have Drew Holmen and Seth, Boulder Boys, competing? Because Seth, I think, is, last I heard, was like 90-some% chance was going to run it back at Western.
That'll be sweet.
Seth is, I mean, that's wild. Those two and David Sinclair already in.
Yeah, that's cool.
I bet Jim's back. I think Jim will be back. I think Francesco will be back. I think Francesco Puppi is the hottest runner in the world right now. Male or female.
Well, Caleb's not going to be there, so he didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, did Caleb say he's not going back?
He did.
I think he's doing UTMB
He did say
this
that.
next year. That's what I heard from just chatting with him. I assume it's probably like he really wants to knock that one out of the park, so try to get try not to hit the dirty double, just be fresh for UTMB.
He wants to go he doesn't even want to do the CCC. He just wants to go right to the
Yeah, I think he's just jumping to UTMB.
the big boy.
Yeah.
Caleb's ran CCC before.
He has.
Yeah, actually last year, I think.
Yeah. Was it last year? After he took 5th in Western, he went and did UTMB or CCC?
I could be wrong, but I think he did it last year.
I think you're right. That actually sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah,
Right
there
there,
it is.
12th.
12th place, 11:16.
So he's seen a huge chunk of the course.
Yeah.
And he just spent all week out there
Yeah,
mountaineering in the ice.
he did a bunch out there, so.
Okay. Well, that's our fast forward advanced look at Western
I
already.
can't wait to break that down.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's going to be fun. All right. What else we want to cover?
That finish in the women's was fun.
That's the women's.
The little pass and then the pass back there as it was getting dark. I don't know if you saw the finish of
I
that.
didn't see it. The CCC?
Yeah, they were like less than 20 seconds about.
Oh.
Yeah, so I
between
think
first and second
Nice.
for women's.
Sylvia passed Martina.
How do you pass someone with 20 seconds?
So no, she like passed. They peaked La Flogere, then Sylvia passed Martina. I'm probably butchering both these names or whatever, but passed her, and then all of a sudden, like a mile later or so, Martina came blowing back by because there's still 5 miles after her. So with like 4 miles to go, then she took the lead back, and it looked like Sylvia just probably went a little too early, but then she still held on fairly decent.
Well, like that very end, you're in that pathway around all the people by the river.
Yeah.
I don't think you can pass there. You got to make the move before.
If there was an actual race
Yeah, for real.
you can't
right
pass
there,
there.
what are you doing?
It'd be like
Excuse me.
it'd be like the Olympic final where Zofran Hassan bumped into the one chick. I don't know if you remember that in the marathon.
Yeah. Yeah.
They pushed each other in the rail, but it'd be on steroids here because there's literally there's no room to pass, and then on top of that, you could pass it two people side by side, but you have everyone and their dog hanging their hands over the rail,
Trying to give you 5
over to
as you're.
smack you in the face.
It's a little tight.
It's a little tight. Maybe they could give him another couple feet there.
You'd have to wait to the last 30
a
meters
meter.
where it opens up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last 30 meters of the finish line.
Yeah,
where
right when it opens up,
Yeah.
you just sprint right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We're going to see that one of these years, but I mean, that was that's the closest race of the 3. Less than 20 seconds?
James was in
27.
Jim's was 20,
Yeah.
and this was
It was
18.
18, yeah. So right there.
Yeah. Okay. UTMB. Scott. So you mentioned Joylyn, Kenya runner.
Yeah.
You run those distances where the Kenyans
Been tearing it up.
they've been crushing.
Yeah.
Are we seeing the beginning of the end?
I think as money's been getting into the sport, people have definitely had an interest in trying it out. It seems like there's been a little bit of a hard adjustment for a lot of these top talents out of Kenya in the 50K distance, but Jolene's the first person from Kenya to win out of our males or females. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
It's correct.
We've had a few pretty fast like people on the men's side try to give it a go over the last maybe 3 years. Like I've heard people like, oh, this person has like I could be wrong, but I've heard people say like there's like a 207, 208 marathoner in this race, and they seem to like blow up or like not really be relevant at all. But yeah, I think a lot more people will be getting into it. You'll see more talent, a lot more people figuring out this 50K, and I'm excited to see like maybe some of these bigger names to attempt like a 100K or 100-mile, you know?
Like Patrick or
Yeah,
El Hussein or
yeah, or something like that.
those dudes.
Oh my
They've
gosh.
got to move up.
I feel like it's kind of almost
right?
actually what we're seeing with China is like maybe the trajectory we'll see with like Kenyan athletes or like other athletes from Africa coming over. Because I feel like China for a long time, you know, they were non-existent in these races, but we've been having some people come up and cracking the top 10, getting close to these podium spots in some of these big top events.
Well, I think the Chinese and the men, they had two or three.
Two guys in the top 10?
Two in the top 10 on the Chinese side. And probably the most pleasing side of that is that the French did not podium at all.
Totally.
You know, oui.
You won.
I did win.
I got two of the top. I got 2 podiums.
Bro, Tom Evans, Ben Demon, Josh Wade, I feel like those are all Americans.
Yeah.
Don't we claim Great Britain and Australia and New Zealand as America? And Canada?
Yeah, we got them.
Those are our people.
52nd and 53rd states.
Yes.
1918. What the hell?
I mean, we speak their language. I feel like we're all one. We speak English.
Yeah, totally.
That's all of us. Although Ben might claim himself as French, but until he changes that flag on nationality, we get to claim him.
Yeah.
So good job, Americans, going 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
But are the French
Josh Wade does sound like a pretty American name.
total? And Tom Evans? I mean, definitely a Great Britain name, but obviously an American-styled name. I heard something interesting with the Chinese, like having issues getting visas.
Yeah, we had 2
go
teammates
race.
actually, like for ACG that we just signed from China. I haven't met them, but like they couldn't even come out for. We had all of our ACG athletes besides the 2 people from China couldn't get out.
Is that the China doesn't let them out, or it's the country they're trying to go to is like, nah, we're not giving you a visa?
That's a good question. I don't.
Which side is it?
I heard like from China, it's pretty hard to get like stuff. Someone was saying, I mean, I don't know all the facts, but I heard someone saying like since they're college students or something, it's hard for them to get like
military, maybe.
a visa out of the country if they don't have some job related or. But then I also heard they might not even have passports yet or so I don't know the whole facts behind it, but yeah, it does sound like I've heard it from a few people that it's pretty hard for them to.
So there's a visa thing, and then I did hear that. I know I didn't put this together, but when you factor in language, culture, and food, like it's going to be a tough adaptation into like
Yeah.
UTMB or European races or even coming to the States.
That's been one of my big holdups to race in China. Like, I'd love to be, like, just experience it at least once, you know? And there's been a few trail races that actually put out some pretty good money on the, like, sub-ultra scene, but it's like, I'm just like, oh, man, there's, like, a lot of logistics you gotta, like, boggle there.
Bro, language and food alone is like,
Yeah.
I'm out, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think I could.
Aren't you like currently invited to go run an ultra marathon in China?
Yes. I mean, I bailed.
Because of the language and their culture and what they look like. You're not going?
Speaking of what they would.
What did you say again?
Third one.
Yes. Hey, there were 3 Chinese
Not
in the top 10.
Oh, look at that.
1, 2, 3.
That's 3, bro. They've been storming the scene lately. They've been having some.
So the Chinese and
I
the
could
French.
feel your hesitancy too.
I wanted to say
Yeah. I felt that.
in the men's UTMB, 3 Chinese and
Good for
3
them, dude. They smashed it.
did the same number as the French.
What's their population in China?
17 billion.
No, I think you're a little off there. You might be doing meters to feet almost, kind of on that conversion.
17 billion.
I almost wonder if, like, eventually.
Well, Lafty alien or something.
1.4.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh.
Yeah, but I almost wonder if India. I was gonna say I wonder if India will eventually like. There's so many people in that country. 1.45, a little more than China. That they'll eventually start popping out like decent runners.
Is there any marathoners that you've heard of from India?
No, but I'm sure they got plenty that are fast. Well, that is wild. At what point did the French start just really getting angry that they didn't get anyone on the podium? Because the women's, did they podium women's?
They shouldn't. They want this to be a global event.
Camille Bruyas.
Camille Bruyas. So they got 1 out of 6 spots at the big dance.
I mean, I don't know how many 50-year-olds in the U.S. would be out in the top 5 though. Dude, Luca, our boy, what is
Bro,
50 to 54, bro?
who, Ludo?
Oh yeah, I was 6. Sorry.
Bro, Ludo just
yeah.
comes back 2 years
in a row, badass.
2 years in a row, wins Hard Rock and top 10s UTMB on just a month later.
That homie can climb.
He just is incredible.
What's the course record?
Well, this year they had to make alterations.
Oh, they took an hour off.
Yeah.
So 1918 was Tom's time this year, but that's not
That would be like
course record.
the commentator said it took like an hour off. I heard him say that.
Yeah. So,
But then the rain added like an hour, I heard. So it's like evens out.
dude, I had no idea it was that cold. I saw some video. I sent you a video.
Yeah, that was
Snow up there.
Yeah, on the tops.
Well, it reminded me of DC Peaks year 1. They got soaking wet on the course.
Uh-huh.
And then when they climbed up high, freezing temperatures.
Frosted tips, man.
Yes. They got the frosted.
can't dry off. Oh,
No, the wet is just getting frozen.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
miserable.
can't change your clothes fast enough.
Could be wrong, but I think
You're stuck
Courtney
in between
Dauwalter doesn't change like her clothes the entire race. I was hearing someone say.
Bro, okay, let's hit the Courtney segment, because is there something going on that we don't know about? Either a lingering injury or the way that she is unable to manage
I mean, if
cold
you're running
weather.
100 miles, isn't there always something lingering?
Valid.
I'm asking you, ultra guy. Like if I was running 100 miles back to back,
She had like stomach issues and dropped at Coca-Dona.
But remember, at Coca-Dona, how freaking cold it was. Wet, cold, muddy, sloggy. It was the worst weather.
Yeah.
So I think it's more than the stomach. I think Coca-Dona was like, you might get to this frozen phase or you're ill prepared with your gear. And she's like the most experienced runner out there, but you can still make gear mistakes
yeah,
that are costly. Now, she was moving slow at UTMB and she grinded that out, which has got to be one of her, she's got to be incredibly proud to finish that.
That was one of my favorite performances of hers.
Yep.
Because if you're supposed to win them and you're not, we've talked about this, it's easy to come up with excuses, reasons, and drop out of that.
And she
couldn't even walk.
I've heard a lot of people say that she usually like wins it or like DNFs if she isn't. So, but like obviously she like gutted this one out, so it's cool to see.
Big time gut.
She's
Like, I think-
so beloved. She's so loved in the sport. She had thousands of fans for 109 miles cheering her. People absolutely love her, and she's so authentically happy and just loving. She could have DNF'd, and everyone loves her the same.
Yeah.
The fact that she finished was so telling of her character. But I think, to your point, Christian, of saying something about, I did see her gear because I went to bed as the sun was coming up
Uh-huh.
at UTMB. I was watching it till almost midnight. And I kept looking at it like, she's just wearing that white pullover, like sun shirt with shorts.
Dude, maybe the reason was like there wasn't another pair of basketball shorts around. She's like, if I got to throw some shorts on midway through to gear check, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, she's in the, I mean, you know,
Magic, in the basketball shorts, you can't swap them. If
Yeah,
another second
I mean,
pair.
maybe if Rudy Gobert or someone's over there had some shorts, some French basketball player.
Was there any other race that she did and struggled this year?
She Coca-Dona.
Yeah, besides that.
No, I think she did Crown King before that, set the course record at and that's the first 50K of Coca-Dona. And then I don't know if she did anything after.
50K.
Yeah,
that-
so she set the course record at Crown King. Then she got cold as balls, soaking wet at Coca-Dona. Stomach issues, other things. She had reasons for dropping. But then she went and won Lavaredo. And it was hot, bro. Hot.
So you're thinking that it's
And
cold.
then it was cold as balls again at UTMB and wet.
She lives
wet
in Colorado. Colder balls.
Okay, but
What part of Colorado?
Leadville.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cold up there.
But I don't know, dude. I saw her late in the race, like everyone saw her walking and barely running, and she had her black jacket on and she was barely moving. I just wonder if there were things that she would have changed when it came to gear. Because once you get cold and you're not moving at a fast rate, like you can't warm your body up. And maybe that, I just want to say that had to have played a role.
Yeah,
Because it's not
if
fitness.
if
She's
she's not
fit.
changing, that's crazy. They're like at a ski resort. You go in, you're in a building. Go in and warm up and change all your clothes, and if you have to fall asleep for 5 minutes, do it. Because when you're walking like that for that long,
Yep. So
you
I don't
can
know.
afford to lay down for 5 minutes.
So yeah, I don't know. Everyone wants to draw parallels or find reasons and speculate, which sure, I'll do the same. But if I look at her races this year, she won 2 and then struggled in 2. And the 2 she struggled in, that's what's synonymous in them, is they were soaking freaking wet races that were not supposed to be, traditionally are not that way.
They're the harder of the 4, though. The hardest 2.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, you can go train and
Could be.
you can be wet and you can get cold. If the race is short enough or the workout's short enough, you're just going to be back home in hot shower. But not at Coca-Dona and not at UTMB. So I don't know. I wish I had a little more insight into the struggle, how much of it was gear related versus like, no, dude, she's been nursing like this injury all year and just hasn't said anything to anyone. She got a little niggle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a little niggle going on there.
How much left in the race did she have when she got passed?
She got passed at like mile 70-ish, 70, 75. Is that right?
I'm not sure. I think it was after Courmayeur.
Because I listened to Ruth's interview and I think it was around 120K.
I feel like it was around mile 70 is what I remember.
But she was still in second for some time. And then I went to sleep, woke up, and she was like
You feel like
people had
sometimes,
passed her.
like,
Yeah.
once you're out of the podium or whatever, like, you kind of just don't really care what happens, like, to an extent. Like,
No one
maybe,
cares.
I wonder if there was something, like, going on, like you were saying, but I do also feel like she's, like, once she knew, like, it was leaving, you know, and she wasn't going to be able to, like, catch the top 3 or even be podium, it's kind of like, I'll just, like,
Between 6th and 9th, it's all the same.
yeah.
Sorry, 4th and 9th.
I mean, no one really, yeah, like,
No
you
one
could
cares.
ask any year previous, and most people wouldn't be able to tell you the different order, 4th to 9th, you know?
Never. They're just going to say she's top 10.
Yeah, top 10 finish, yeah.
Awesome, top 10. It's either podium or top 10, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even know what she has the rest of the schedule, but she's not doing worlds, so she laid it all out for this, right? This was like the whole year was around UTMB.
Yeah. I think it's hard for a lot of people to, at least I think the US doesn't love when people try to do that double so close. Like, so,
You're doing the VK,
yeah.
and what do you know about the course? What do you know about that actual
I don't know a super ton. I've heard from some people, like, I've heard a little mixed reviews on it actually, because I've heard it's weird. It's like 6K, so a little longer than a typical VK. And it starts out kind of flat and fast, then super steep. And I don't know if I heard someone wrong, but I heard like someone say 50% gradient, like just crazy, like
Damn.
hands.
yeah, like you're almost like rock climbing to an extent.
Wear some gloves, bro.
Yeah, and then it flattens out again. But I am heading out there a little early. I'm gonna have some time to check out the course, which will be nice. And just maybe get an effort or 2 on it and just see what I think. But
Where is it?
Confranc.
yeah, Confranc.
What's
Spain.
What's the Mount Marathon? What's
In
the
Alaska?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's some steepens.
Yeah.
And that you have to run to that for a while too.
Oh, do you?
On the
Really, round trip, it's like a 5K though. Am I wrong?
Concron?
No, Mount
Or-
Marathon.
I thought it was like 5 miles.
Oh, really?
You're right in there.
Is it only 3? I don't know.
It's somewhere in
I
there.
thought it was like kind of like doing Grandeur, like racing up Grandeur and back,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
and similar vert.
Speaking of, bro,
Hardest 5K in the world. There's a thing that popped below.
there you
Oh,
go.
it says 5K.
Well, one of the sub questions when he looked it up said hardest 5K in the world
Oh,
on Google. So I don't know if it is a 5K, but
Mount Marathon. So,
No, it's less vert than Grandeur.
yeah, not quite a VK, but
so you could go around town, bro, and pick up some of these FKTs, like Zach's FKT up to Timpanogos.
oh yeah, I actually,
Just go bury one of those, dude.
yeah, I'm more like, I mean, I'm more keen on like the uphill segments. I feel like if I know I'm in good enough fitness that if I can get 5K.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I've heard it's just gnarly steep, like up and then
Yeah.
shoot right back down.
Yeah, 1,000 feet per mile. So that's steep
Yeah.
as shit.
The winner last year or this year, whenever they ran it, was like 32 minutes.
Yeah,
Up and back.
It's
Up and-
fast.
Up, whoa. Up and back in 30. Oh my lord.
I just seem a little.
Whoa.
Are you sure? 32. Dang.
Oh my god.
32:14.
Dang. Wow, that's nuts.
So 23-minute uphill and then 8-minute 57-second downhill.
He smoked second place by a full minute coming down. So he's a downhill bomber.
Dave Norris does this one a lot. He's
Bro, so he was in
good.
second on the way up.
I don't know if he did this.
That is ridiculous.
Yep.
Did you ever run this?
Oh, I've kind of wanted to. Yeah.
I want to see you in this.
Is that the females even?
Yeah, it is.
It says that chick's 14 or that guy's 14. Is that? Maybe
yeah.
it's a shorter race.
What are we looking at here, Scott? This is crazy.
Okay, yeah. What are we at?
What are we actually looking
We got David.
Just hold up the
wait.
website.
Yeah. It's 42. I was like,
Mac
that,
Team races it like every year.
David Norris has won it quite a few years. He's
Is that the guy from there? Oh no, he's from Colorado.
he ran CCC, I think. I think he was top 10 an American. I could be wrong.
David Norris?
Yeah.
Chuck's brother. Isn't that Chuck's brother?
Definitely.
Okay, that seems a lot more reasonable.
Oh, Trayson was in it. Trayson Knopp. Isn't Trayson running the long trail on the U.S. team?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
No, bro. He's on the U.S.
Well,
He's on the team.
is he?
Yeah, he's on the. I think he's on the long trail.
I don't know all of that team super well because they do the applications through it, you know?
Yeah, I think Trayson took first or second at Gorge Waterfall to qualify,
Okay, cool.
if I remember right. I don't have a great memory, but this hair is giving me aura, as kids would say.
Saw the hair.
That was they're
That
saying that.
thing, bro. Christian probably knows, right? Aura.
Farming.
I don't know, bro.
What's that, Scott?
It's the kids call it aura farming.
Yeah, that's. I feel like I'm. I feel like I'm not a Gen Z, and I found out the crushing news I am. So, I don't really connect with that too well. I don't think, but yeah.
All right. Here are my top storylines. I want you guys to podium your top storylines. Okay? You ready? These are my top storylines. Of course, you can add to it if you want. These are my top storylines from the entire UTMB week. Joy Lynn, first Kenyan, winning anything at the finals. Okay? Jim, which oddly enough, every time I type in Jim on my phone, I'm not kidding you, it autocorrects to him. That's wild. Jim is him.
He is great. I am.
Jim, I am. Okay, so I got Jolyn, Jim being Jim. Number 3, 4 top 10 U.S. men in CCC was pretty dope. 0 top 10 U.S. women in OCC. I don't know if that's maybe they're deferring to Worlds or we just didn't have a great day. But I felt
Wait, what did oh my gosh. Why am I blanking on her name? OCC for women. Runs
Tony?
for Solomon.
Hit women's up there, bro. Oh,
What were you
you
asking?
can't.
Pikes Peak winner. Why am I blanking? Sophia Lockley. Did she not finish top 10? I keep scrolling down. I want to see where she finished. Actually, did
If you go to the first bit, yeah, I guess just keep going. But
I assume
That far down, she probably dropped.
there's our first one, dude.
dropped.
There to hoe.
Jasmine lives in Salt Lake City, doesn't she?
yeah.
Technically,
She just moved there with her partner.
but she lives here, but still Canadian.
Yeah.
Jasmine Lowther.
Still
Yeah.
a Canadian citizen, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, we can kind of claim her, but until that flag changes, as I've said, we cannot.
Okay, she must have. Maybe she dropped. or
Yeah, bro.
something.
So no top 10s in the women's OCC. Number 5, Tom Evans. I will quote it as Tom Evans lives an and lifestyle. From the last pod and his interview, he was like, if I can be the best dad in the world or win UTMB 10 times. Apparently you can be both, bro. You can be the best dad in the world and be the UTMB champ.
Well, he probably wasn't the best dad.
His kid probably hates him.
He was probably okay.
She's like, I don't even know you.
You're not here, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they're just running your race and doing selfish things.
He wasn't breastfeeding at aid stations.
No, he wasn't.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, not nearly as impressive as Stephanie Case. By the way, Stephanie Case and Tori McCann commentating this weekend, they were fire, dude.
Yeah.
They were good.
That's a good combo.
They're super
I
good.
didn't know they were doing it.
Well, they weren't. I don't think they were together per se, but Tony McCann raced CCC, got hurt. She got injured, dropped. And then she was booked the next day to like commentate UTMB. And she still went and did it. And she was awesome. She's
That's
good,
cool.
dude. She's like, I like her a lot. She's cool. She's a really cool chick.
There was probably an hour-long stretch there where I had clicked on the French
Oh,
version, and I'm like, what the hell are they doing? I thought it was just like a drop-in real quick, and I'm like, good Lord, dude.
for an hour?
Well, it's not like I'm just staring at it. It's just on. But yeah, I'm like,
You just turned your Google Translate on.
what's happening here?
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's fine.
So
They're in France.
Tom Evans wins, and number 6, Ruth Croft completing the Triple Crown.
That's badass.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh. It took her 10 years.
Count second in quite a few races, and then comes back and yeah. So Martin is like one of the Nike athlete kind of scouts out in Europe, and he's like the partner of Ruth. They've been dating or courting for a long time or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So Martin got to hang out with us at the ACG house, and he did some of the commentating, and he was telling me just about Ruth's journey and like coming up second in quite a few of these big races, and then coming back the next year or something and getting the dub. So pretty cool to see her knock things out of the park.
She's won Western States, correct?
I'm pretty sure.
So she has a Western and a UTMB. So does Tom.
Yeah.
Tom's got Western 2 years ago. UTMB.
Yeah. 2 Americans. That's sweet.
Yeah, we claim. Yeah, we get both
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, those Americans are crushing it. dude.
Boom.
Yeah, yeah, we got 2 Americans. Sweet. Next storyline, Courtney F10. Obviously, is a big story that came out of it this week. And then I had China has the same amount of men in the top 10 UTMB as France. Weather clearly was a huge storyline this year. But if you guys had to podium your top 3 stories coming out this week, give me your 3, 2, 1.
Go ahead.
I don't know exactly what order, but I think Jolene, Tom, and Ruth are probably like what I'm looking at. I mean, Jim, we already know is him. Yeah, I guess, I mean, that Jim was pretty sweet though. But like, we all know like Jim's a freaking dirty dog. Like, throw him in whatever race, it's not a big surprise. But I do think his performance is super crazy, but I think Jolene, we didn't touch on it too much, but that women's OCC race, like the names on it were like stacked out of the wazoo. Like Man, there was like 7 women where I was like, oh, these like 7 women, like when they're on top of their game, they're like the best in the world. Like probably those 7 women that were in that race have been quoted as like the 7 best runners in the world at that time, like sub ultra. So like she came and just crushed that field, and interesting to see her trajectory going forward. But then Ruth, just to like get those triples and like be competitive at such a big stage, and then also not to shy away from like Courtney being there, you know, and like to run her own race and then like just kind of crush the field was super sweet. And yeah, I think I can relate to Tom, you know, having kids and stuff and training can be tough at times. And yeah, man, I mean, that's cool to see. And just like he ran, I mean, I think Tom has maybe been under the radar a little bit here and there, and to come out and crush such a big field and do well was sweet.
There was a ton of talk around this triple crown. They started calling it triple crown or triple whatever.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of athletes that have 2 of the 3 now.
When are you going to start saying like quintuplet crown and throwing DC Peaks in there or something?
Dude, I could
No one else
agree
won it,
more.
right? Like,
Thank you.
He
Not our words. Christian Allen,
represents
Nike athlete.
he represents us.
Fine.
He understands how important Utah is in the global running scene.
yeah, it's right up
Yes.
there with those other ones.
It's right there, dude. We're freaking right there.
We get easy visas to come here too, you know.
Easy.
Yeah, and just drive right up here.
Yeah.
We'll visa you right in. But this triple crown-ish conversation, they're labeling it winning all 3 of those races. Now, the UTMB finals has only been around like 22 years now.
Huh.
And now we're seeing these opportunities where more people are going to be approaching that. Do you guys think that that's going to be like an accolade that runners will go for? Like, would a gym be that interested in like winning CCC because it's the one he doesn't have?
I kind of think so. Would you rather win UTMB 3 times or win each one of them once?
Well, Courtney has how many wins? 3 or 4? Courtney has 3 UTMBs. She has 3 UTMBs, but she's not going to win CCC or OCC, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
But that doesn't like mean she's not fast or the greatest ever. But I don't know. I started hearing it so much this weekend that I'm like, I wonder if that's going to start being this thing, because in your pro career, you kind of you increase in distance every few-ish years, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think you look at the versatility of like a Jim or a Killian. The thing that blows my mind with them is like they can kick ass at a VK and then within the same year win like the top most prestigious, 100-mile race in the world. So like, and like you look at someone like Killian to be able to like set the course record and win a race at like Sierra Zanal and also win like the hardest 100-mile races in the world is like pretty crazy. And I know Jim still has wheels on it, and like, so I think seeing the versatility of athletes like that, I'm not as familiar on the women's side if we've seen as much.
Well, I mean, Katie just took 3rd.
I mean, yeah, I was there. Yeah, like I got to meet her, and she's won what, like all 4 or all 3 of the big races that like Killian's won or whatever. Or
she won Western. She's won UTMB twice.
Hard Rock.
And what's the other one?
On Hard Rock.
That's like everyone throws in there. Is it in China? It's got some crazy name. I never remember it.
Oh, I don't know.
There's like the 4 big 100-mile races. It's like Hard Rock, UTMB, Western States, and then like
In China?
Dude, I feel like it has some crazy name.
Okay.
No, I don't even know. I feel like if you
Maybe we're off on the country.
maybe like Chat GP.
He's like, oh, it was Leadville. That's right.
That one in China. No, there's like,
Is it in Hong Kong or is it?
dude, I don't even know if it's in China. I just know it has a weird name that I can never pronounce or remember. It might not even be in China, dude. It might
The
be in,
Bear 100.
it might be in like freaking South Africa or something. No.
Well, why don't you just, if she won it,
Look up like Courtney, because Katie Shy just became, I think, the second woman to have won all 4 behind Courtney Dauwalter, and then the only male that's done it has been Killian and like
Okay.
Katie Scheid and Courtney Dauwalter
Okay.
have won.
Oh,
Grand, yeah,
Grand
the raid, yeah, whatever the heck that one is.
Diego de Faux.
Yeah,
That's in France, no?
that sounds Chinese, right?
That's French.
Yeah, same thing.
It's Chinese.
Yeah,
I mean, we speak about the French and the Chinese kind of the same around here.
I mean, they both have the same amount in the top 10.
Yeah, they're equals.
Yeah.
Hey, France, China, England, USA,
It's all the same.
it's all the same. It's their, them versus us.
Those people.
It's Grand Raid is a French overseas department in the Indian Ocean situated between Madagascar and Mauritius.
So yeah, Debo brought this up. It was like those are kind of the big 4.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are
Diagonal
their
Flow,
races that people
Hard Rock,
change to
Western,
the-
UTMB. Those are the 4. If there's a echelon of 4, like those are the 4.
Infinity Stones or whatever on
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
Yes, good call. Very true. Mick, back to your podium storylines, and then we're gonna jump to the next one.
All right, they're gone. Okay, they're back. I am not gonna overlook 3 Chinese in the top 10. That's crazy to me. I would not have guessed that. In fact, I didn't. Does that the way I'm viewing this is the biggest storylines, and one of my other ones is kind of well, actually, all 3 of mine will be the same thing. Like, it's not so much about what happened; it's about the story that it tells of what I think is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why China having 3 in the top 10, I'm like, that has my attention.
Eyeball emoji.
I'm eyeball emojis, and I'm going to start watching and paying more attention to the Chinese athletes because you can't fake that shit. That's really something. Also, I'm going to go Courtney F10 because I'm looking to see if it's the same thing.
Change of the guard.
Is this a change of the guard? Is something up? Is she getting older enough? She's had enough miles on her legs that something's happening. Where I'm going to be like, it happened with Killian too. I'm like, it's not automatic to pick him anymore. And I always picked Killian. If he's in the race, he's winning it. And I don't do that anymore. And now I'm starting to feel that way with her.
Bro, it looked like Killian wasn't trying in Western or something, though. I don't know if you got the vibe.
He like started trying to.
I feel like I was like watching him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like he's got to get going now." And he seemed like he just kind of was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna keep jogging." And he got done with it, and he's like, "Oh, I thought maybe we had another 20 miles or something." And it's like, "No, bro,
His conversion to miles was off.
yeah, the kilometer thing. You know, he should have asked it in French or something. He would have known."
Kilometer thing. Courtney, 98 races just on ultra sign up.
Yeah, 98 ultra sign up results.
Yeah, I mean,
98 ultra.
that's aware. That's
It's something.
LeBron.
It has my attention. I think that Killian and Courtney are the best trail runners ever. So it's not, it's not a knock on them. I'm just like, is this kind of the time where we're passing?
Hey, Courtney ever do it on a sub ultra scene though? Because I've only really known her as like an ultra. Like, was she ever competitive in sub ultra? Because while I do think she's like arguably like the best ultra marathoner in the world, like I think the comparison I would maybe give her is like almost like an Eliud Kipchoge. Like we look at him as like the greatest marathoner in the world, but not necessarily like the greatest distance runner. Because like he was good at some of those, like he still got some medals, but I almost kind of look at like a Killian though. Like he's probably like the greatest trail runner in the world because he's done it from like Golden Trail.
He'll win a 30K.
He won Mount
He'll
Marathon.
win Mount Marathon, Mount Blanc. He'll win Zagama, and he can win Sierra Zinal, but he can also win it all the way up there.
Yeah.
And when I think of Courtney, like I don't know her full past, but I just think of like one of the greatest ultra runners in the world.
And she's even gone into the 200,
Yeah.
240.
Bars.
Okay, so and then my number 1, this is my gold medal winner, is Kenyans winning their first
Mhm.
because it's the same as my other 2. Is this the start?
The beginning as a trend.
Yes.
All 3 of those are trend starting
Right.
we are seeing the sport trend in a certain direction.
Correct. Because if it does go in this direction with the African runners, bro.
And the Chinese,
Yeah.
even though we claim New Zealand, Australia, and Canada, we off that top 10.
I think
I mean, the Kenyans and the Chinese will dominate.
everybody would say that obviously African runners are better runners than Chinese, right? And
Historically, yeah.
historically, because they're the speedsters.
Pure metals, yeah.
Yeah, so if they can take this into ultra running, we've talked about this. This is where I'm like watching. I'm like, dude, if they do
5K, 10K, half marathon, right? Basically 30K and shorter.
so if they really step it up, and like to your point, the money's there,
Yeah.
and the sponsors want them there, and
Sport.
the support's there. That's a big story to me.
If and when brands start investing, that'll change it all, right?
Yeah, I think the marketability, we kind of talked about that a little bit, though, like having a presence on Instagram or like social media platforms, I think is a big key. I think that's maybe why we haven't seen as many sponsored athletes from Africa.
They have to be marketable.
Yeah, like, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes forward. I mean, on the flip side, I think like it's a sad part of the sport, but I also just want, like, a part we maybe haven't touched on is like as these other countries start getting more involved because there's more money, I think inherently you're going to see more doping cases and stuff like that. And just unfortunately, like when there's more money, there's more
Oh, yeah.
incentive to cheat and do stuff like that. So I'd love to see some of these bigger races have more consistent testing. I'd love to see more like biological passport stuff going on with athletes at a high level. They're, just traveling all over and training and stuff. But I don't know, hopefully like it still stays a very like kind of wholesome and fun sport, and we don't see too much bleeding, because I think that's been the one thing about trail running is like it seemed very fun and like not so high strung where it seemed like there's this malicious, negligent side to things of like maybe doping, cheating, and stuff like that. So
Money, and that will change.
oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to jump into the last segment of the show today to touch on the Wasatch 100 that starts in 3 days.
Yeah.
Due to time, we don't have a ton of time to talk about all the names listed that I researched, but I did get some inside intel. Those that listen to our show know that we are not a news or a media outlet. We don't like break news until now.
Oh, you're like, but
I got a little inside info. The biggest names in the Wasatch 100 this week: Zach Garner, Jose Cruz. Jose has podiumed 3 years in a row, including I think a first, second, and a third. I think he has all three of them, going back for year 4. There's a bunch of names in there, including Tyler Fannin, who took third last year, our boy Kyle Markozich, Reed Snatterman, Byron Foster, Dan Rouge. Luke Metzger is coming back. That dude can freaking climb.
Yep.
I like him a lot to top 10. But Zach Garner is not racing.
Run, rabbit, run.
Bro, he's not in the Wasatch 100. He's still on the start list. He's, in my opinion, would have been the heavy favorite.
He's not running? Because I think he's running run, rabbit, run.
Bro, this blew my mind. We were chatting, messaging yesterday.
Who, you and Zach?
Yep. I'm like, how are you feeling? We're talking. So I'm like, he and Chepe are both ready for the Wasatch Bear double this month. And I'm like, is Zach Garner going to be this year's Jimmy Elam? Like, he's just too fast, untouchable. He's going to win by an hour. In my head, I was like, yeah, I think he is. I think he puts an hour on Chepe.
And he says, he tells you I'm out.
He said he's out. He's been out at Run Rabbit Run last couple days. And he's going to run that potentially. He's still committed to Bear. I'm like, well, why aren't you in? Bro, he's not in because he didn't do his trail service.
What? No way. then there, no way.
Bro, he
That's an honest feller.
no, he went and did, okay? He went and did the service. I can't remember the message. It was like,
They're like, sorry, that was 7 hours and 50 minutes.
no, he did more than the 8 hours that Wasatch asks you for. I want to say he did, I could check my messages, but I swear it was like 12 or a 14-hour day. It was all day.
Just not unapproved.
Yes. It wasn't like through the U.S. Forest Service approved someone to sign off.
Dang, they should have just paid him to stand at our
Wait, so he's like,
trailheads and like make sure everyone has a fishing license to run on our trails in Utah. They could have
Yeah.
paid him to do that.
The fishing
Freaking-
license. Yeah, the fishing
Sure.
license.
He could have just done service there to check everyone. Hey, you got your fishing license to go on these trails?
so he's like, screw you guys.
I don't know if it was that or if it was just like, he said he had like a pessimistic kind of attitude. He didn't like want to ask for a favor or whatever, or exception, he said. But it was basically like the form wasn't signed off by someone of authority or someone in the U.S. Forest Service.
This isn't the first time we've seen Zach do this, though. I feel like he signs up for races and no-shows at least once or twice a year.
We have heard this. We have heard this about Zach.
Because this isn't the first time this has happened on the pod where we'll
But
talk about him and then he doesn't show.
This isn't him not showing up.
This is him being fully trained and ready to go. Ready to race. And then was just told, just barely, that like your trail service doesn't count.
What?
But don't Run Rabbit Run and Bear have volunteer hour requirements as well?
I don't know. So my question
I don't think Bear does.
is
Bear does?
I mean, I ran it in 21 and I had to do volunteer work.
But did Cody own it then?
I think so. Or it might have still been legal.
that was the last year.
Fact check that.
Okay.
See if it's required.
Does Cody not require it now?
I'm not announcing this. I hadn't heard that he did.
So my question is, in the 100-mile distance, the U.S. Forest Service does not require you to say, in order to get a permit, you need to require all your runners to do 8 hours of service. Correct?
No, they don't require it. Is it still? Volunteer work, Bear requires. Yeah, they do.
So why does our sport do that at the 100-mile distance? Is it just history and just something that we've always done? Because it's not a requirement of U.S. Forest Service.
Has to be history.
It has to be, this is us giving back to the community. 400 runners.
Take care of the trails that we're using.
We're going to take care of trails. We're going to give back. We're all going to put in 8 hours at some point this summer, get it signed off, and come race our race.
Yeah.
So if someone doesn't do that, are you just like, sorry?
Apparently.
Would you?
I wouldn't even require it for DC Peaks 100.
I would not require it either.
If you want to go do trail work, go do trail work.
So you guys would know because you've, as RDs, does the Forest Service say, okay, we'll permit like 300 runners, but like part of that is,
No.
they don't say that?
No,
Okay.
Zach asked me. He's like, is this some sort of freaking requirement from the U.S.? And I said, no. I said, I'll ask, but it's not.
It's not, dude.
I know it's not. And I was like, so why don't you just go get a favor? I have signed. You have signed.
I know. Wasatch accepts trail work for our race. Multiple people.
We have
Probably like
signed
4 or
people's
5.
forms.
I know. Because they go up, you know where I always send them? Great Western Trail.
Yeah. You know who knocked all that out? Michael Whitesides.
Oh, he did it?
It's amazing, bro. And he did North Adams Trail too. I
That guy's a
flew
legend.
on it yesterday.
He's a legend.
Bro,
He's the
I
nicest
ran
guy
into
ever.
him on the trail. And I'm like, bro, the work you guys did back here, it's unreal. Doesn't scratch my legs. I can see my feet. I like set PRs on that whole
Yeah, when you
section.
go up to the top and you kind of turn right,
All of that.
that section, that's where I send people when they want to do trail work
But the
for
climb up
for
to it,
Western or Wasatch.
the climb up to it, and the section that takes you south, all of it is just money grade now. It's awesome. It's going to make our course a lot faster this year.
No, it's not.
It would if you run that section. if you're Adam Loomis, you're chopping off at least 5 minutes.
Ooh,
You would
5 minutes.
at least, probably more. Minute per mile.
I will defer to you because I haven't seen what he did.
It's amazing. But I was blown away by this Zach Garner story. It was
That's
like,
crazy, dude. That's why I was saying,
I'm
like,
bro, get in. I'm like, I'll sign off. What do you need signed?
what do you mean you'll sign off?
Give me your form.
No, you have to do this right.
He did the work. He
No,
did
no,
a
no.
full day of trail work.
That's not up to you. No, you don't get to do that.
I thought you said we could. We have done it before.
But they got to actually do the work on our trail. Wasatch accepts that.
Oh, it has to be on our trail?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I see what you're saying. I see. So if they do work on the DC Peaks course, then we
They
can
have
sign off.
historically.
I see. Okay, yeah. To that point, you are correct. Okay, I was just saying, he did his service work, just didn't get the right person to sign off on it, I guess.
That's,
So
that is a wild story, dude. So he's like, cool, I'll go run, rabbit, run.
I guess he's out there like
What
ran
the hell?
yesterday, and he's running tomorrow out there.
That is,
Hmm.
I think that's a mistake on Wasatch's part.
Or Zach's.
No,
I don't even know who's.
you want the top runners in your race.
I
They
was-
already have this feel of like old school kind of people aren't loving it like they used to. Way more people are attracted to bear. I'm not saying this. This is what people
It
are
does
telling
suck
us.
like it happens like that. I do think like probably Zach, I don't know, maybe Zach did know like you have to go through a certain like way to get it signed off. So maybe like a little knock on his part. But also like back to your point, if it's not even a required thing, like for them to require, like then why does it really matter where they do their service? Like if you have some way to fact check it, like that they were honest about doing the work, then why does it matter if they go through like getting signed off from here or there?
Maybe
I think it's
that's
more
what
of
it
just
is.
like a merit thing, like, hey, they did the work. But
He,
it does kind of suck on both ends. I think like both ends could probably work out a little better.
yeah, I don't think either side is to blame per se. I'm looking at the message now, but Zach said he did 14 hours of trail work on a trail in Provo. He goes, I literally broke 2 pairs of clippers. So I'm like, our sport is so much about honesty and integrity and like not cutting the course and so much volunteer work.
Unless you're in Europe.
Unless you're in Europe, you can cut whatever you want. But I'm like, so much of trail running is just honesty and integrity. And I feel like, why isn't trail work the same way? Like, if you require it, cool, just tell me that you did it, and I'll just take your word for it. Like, it's just weird that that's even a thing. I don't care if you're elite or your UTMB index score is 900 or 200. I don't care.
Require maybe some documentation, like maybe some pictures or videos, and then
Yeah. Show me your.
say, hey, I did
what
like
you-
10 hours. Like here's
I do think it matters if you're elite or not. People let runners into their race for free because they're elite. They make exceptions. You want the top runners in your race.
I mean,
And he's like, here, I did 12 hours of trail work. And they're like, nah.
I would be just as pissed if it was someone who's trying to finish under the cutoff, who'd been training all summer and can't get it.
As an
too.
individual, yes. But
I'm
for
like,
the
why-
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But from the perspective of the race director, I'm like, really? You want the top runners in your race, dude?
No, I don't know that everyone has that opinion. If they wanted the top runners in their race, they would have like Hard Rock's Dale's pick'em picks.
Yeah.
Wasatch, do they have picks? They only let the winners come back, and everybody else in the lottery.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
think they care.
It doesn't seem like they do, obviously.
Crazy
That's a good story.
story. And yes, there are some interesting stories about, because I think Zach has not had favorable decision making in some of these races where he told them he'd show up, or he signed up for 2 races. It happened this year with Twisted Fork and the 50 miler Squaw Peak. Same day. He was signed up for both.
Are they letting him in for free?
I don't know.
Because if he's paying, then who cares if he didn't show up? He didn't have to.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, sure. I'm not. I don't even have a dog in this fight.
Yeah, come run our race,
I
bro.
don't have an opinion. Well, then he was like, well, since I'm doing the double, run rabbit and bear, he's like, which means I'm probably out for DC Peaks. And I'm like, respect.
Fine, Zachary.
You're doing bear. You can't. 2 weeks later, you can come run DC Peaks if you want, bro. We'll let you in. And we will not require trail work either. Come on in, Zach. We got you, buddy. Come on back. Run it back, Zach. I think the course is faster. You can probably beat Grant's time.
Well, and there was a little mishap around zigzag, cost him a few minutes.
Yeah, I think Zach, even coming 2 weeks after Bear, could probably compete with a 7:35 DC Peaks time. On the women's side, our good friend Liz Butler is back.
I didn't know that.
She is racing.
Okay, Liz.
She told me she broke a rib earlier this year and is just like barely back. And yeah, Teresa Kaiser,
Andrew
Alexis
McAfee.
Trellin. I like those two a lot.
Andrew McAfee, bro.
Andrea McAfee. I don't think she's racing. I just have a note in there that's who Liz beat. I believe she's racing. Nicole Rasmussen, Laura Moore, Jen Lambert.
Jen Lambert's in it.
Yeah.
Podium before. Nicole Rasmussen. Love her.
Yep.
Cool.
There's some good names in there. Some good runners. For our local
Lauren Morin, we know that name. She does seem like she's in this every year.
Isabella Paulos. I liked her because she's from Telluride, Colorado.
Yeah, probably won it.
I picked her because she's from Telluride. Yeah. So I don't know. Are we going to go on course again this year?
Yeah, we'd probably go up to
Top of Bear?
Got to at least go
there.
up top of Francis.
That's where we
Get
were.
him, yeah. Get him coming up there.
Jake tried to
morning.
run with Jimmy for a while.
That didn't work. Jimmy just was
I would go to the top of
Francis.
Bear Canyon.
See him come up again? Okay.
And then just go work instead of going to Alexander Pass.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a run up there.
Oh, I would go up there.
Okay. We'll be on course.
I got two names I added on here that I think could be some random ballers.
Okay.
Colton Gale last year ran 14:36 at Cascades 100.
I have him right below Jose.
Oh, perfect. And then Ben,
Quattromoni.
I think it's a Book of Mormon name, but
Bro, that looks like
Quattromoni.
Quattromoni.
Looks Chinese.
He won Cruel Jewel last year.
Ooh. Okay, so who's gonna? Is this Jose, Tyler Fannin, Colton, Ben? It's probably our champ might be.
Who was third?
I don't know. Jose, Colton, Ben, and Tyler Fannin.
I think Tyler Fannin is a problem.
He's a problem.
He did a 30-hour hard rock.
Yeah, and he took third last year in this race. He's back for more juice.
Another Davis County guy, Elijah Syndergaard.
Mm-hmm.
He took third at Tushers like a month ago, and he's very fast.
Dude, Jose's winning.
He won the inaugural Dude Peak.
Dude Peak.
The Dude Peak Derby.
What does that mean?
That's a race.
Like Dude Peak?
Yes.
Where you go? Do you go up the Elephant Rock Trail?
No, it starts on the other side at I think that's Reed's. I think that's Reed's race.
Oh, you mean Dude Benchmark? The one that's like right, kind of.
That's our original route.
Okay.
No, it somewhat is taking place of Wasatch Steeplechase. Starts over there, but instead of going up
Oh, it starts at what's that place called?
the park,
Tunnel Springs.
No, over in Salt Lake. Memory Grove.
Memory Grove. It starts Memory Grove, loops around, ends at Memory Grove.
Does it go up Black Mountain?
No, it doesn't go that way because of all the construction up.
Where? Oh, it goes left by Ensign Peak,
Yes.
and then comes over that way.
To Dude and
To
loop
Dude.
around. Mhm.
How does it loop around?
I don't know. That's just where
It's got to be an out and back.
it's just over there. No, bro. No out and back. It's a loop.
I don't know how you get back there without going Black
Well,
Mountain.
you don't know the trail.
Or they let them come down Rudy's on that trail that was
I don't
not
know,
approved. No.
This is the first year.
Nick's shutting it down. I'll see the route.
All right. Comments. We got to get out of here. This is on my Strava, bro. People are commenting about our show on my Strava.
That's Great. That's what you wanted.
Check out this one. The amount of times I check Spotify for new pod drops is embarrassing. Well, you show Jason Drobeck.
That's great. I would like to help Jason out. It's pretty much the same time every week.
I told him.
Oh, you told him. Okay.
Jason, Wednesday mornings, my guy. We'll get you.
Yep, Wednesday mornings, Jason. Jill Wilkins, freaking love your podcast, dude. Also on my Strava. Here's a DM we got.
Whoa.
Check out this one. This dude's dope. He was in Chamonix. Dave Odell. He finished the race.
Cool.
Hello, Jake. Sitting here in Chamonix listening to you and Mick Nuggets while I wait for the 5:45 p.m. start time for UTMB. You said you didn't know anyone doing UTMB, so I thought I'd reach out. Stumbled upon your podcast back in March and have enjoyed it. Read your book, too. As someone who has spent his business life in healthcare business, I could relate to parts of your story. I also am involved in college athletics, and the next aid station mentality is something I've told our athletes. Let's go. We're now entering college mindset.
That's cool.
Just thought I'd reach out and give you and Mick some love for the pod. My son, 28 years old, is lining up for his first 100 at Kodiak.
Hey,
So maybe we'll see you there.
let's go.
Yes.
That's
We're
a
gonna
nice
see him out
message.
there. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. At Wolfie's World Media.
He's also got a podcast too. So shout out to Wolfie.
Okay, Wolfie. Shout out, bro. This is the exact narrative I'm pushing at every major champion race or series. Claiming your shoe sponsor team over country hurts the fan experience. Imagine the Ryder Cup as Titleist versus Bridgestone or TaylorMade versus Ping. Defend the land or claim the land. Podium sweeps. So he commented on my rant about the French. We could not let the French take all the podium spots at UTMB.
So Christian, this is a question for you. Inside of ACG, do you guys have some competition across nations?
I don't know. I mean, I do know like there's the Salt Lake boys and the Boulder boys that bash back and forth. So maybe it's more of like an in-state rival or like state to state. I feel like we're all pretty tight, but like I haven't got to know the ACG team super well until like recently. I got to meet a few people I haven't met before. But
What's the stronger tie, though? The nation or the shoe?
oh, I mean,
Like you're running for your nation,
You're running
or it's
for-
like I'm running for the team Nike.
I think it just depends on the stage that you're on. Well, Nike. I mean, they are paying.
They are. So for sure. Okay, so now you ASU and the U.S. just takes your taxes.
So someone that
know who you're with. I have to pay the U.S. to live here and run for them.
don't ask the runner that because but as
Let
far
me ask you that.
as far as fan watching, I don't care what shoe they're wearing.
I could care less.
Yeah.
I couldn't even really tell you what shoe that runner is even wearing. I don't care.
That's not helping his cause. Yes, we care. We're going to go out and buy Nike shoes now because of crowd.
You're already rocking Nikes. Look at that.
Bro, look at us, dude. I already told you I support you already.
Nike's pretty much
That's not even a
American.
thing.
I know, vintage. It's vintage, bro. I got it in the
Old.
bins. I went to the bins.
Old.
Last comment at Rachel Martinez 532. I was dying on my run this morning, in quotes, children with Alzheimer's, and the ping pong challenge at the end.
That was amazing.
Our Chinese friends did come in 2 days after the ping pong challenge.
I
Came
missed
back.
the meeting.
Bro, they came back. Were you there when?
I was not there. I missed the meeting.
No, they came back a third time in my meeting.
The third time
Okay, so the third meeting they came back, our Chinese friends that are trying to get us to sell their batteries with our solar, and about our trip to Vegas. And he was like, I'm like, why don't we go to dinner with you guys? You guys sound like a good time. And he's like, oh, yeah, you should come. You should come to dinner. And he's like, I'll take you in Lamborghini. I go,
he did.
he goes, oh, you come with me. I'll take you in Lamborghini. And I go, bro, are you serious? There's no way my wife is letting me in Vegas get in a Lamborghini with an Asian driver. And they just died freaking laughing.
Yeah, it was
dude.
funny.
They died. He was so funny. So it was him, and then he was with the president and the CEO, all three from China, and they're so rad.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're so fun. So now we get to banter back and forth about anything white, Chinese, American.
I didn't get the American accent though. I'll still work on that.
Yeah, we got to get that. We need to ask him, how do you make fun of us?
Bro, I'm going to record him doing it, and then that's going to be his ringtone when he calls me.
And we're going to play it. We're going to play it right here on the pod. All right. Well, this has been a super long pod. Christian, thanks for coming in, bro.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Seriously, dude, especially on the jet lag back from Chamonix. Well, good luck at Worlds. We didn't get a chance to talk about Worlds, but that's happening in like 4 weeks.
Yeah, be fun.
Good luck, bro. We're freaking pulling for you.
Thank you.
Well, Nick, your hair looks amazing.
Thanks, homie.
This has been another episode of The Next Aid Station.